There it is. Hello, Ootori to everybody. Oh my god, you are so crispy. Slowly. Well, so while Weeb is like loading into this freaking dimension.
Why? I have 40 megabits per second
there you go.
upload speed.
Yeah, I'm looking pretty crispy too.
Well, yeah, I don't know what it is about you.
I've discovered the source of the ticking.
Oh
Chris,
no,
the
I cannot
crispiness.
believe you'd pull something that ancient out of your ass.
It's not even the most ancient thing I've pulled out of my ass.
All right then.
All right. Oh god, this isn't what I wanted to do at all.
We're off to a fantastic start here.
Oh god. All right, is the audio Gucci? I would like to think it is. Streamlabs is reporting like yikes audio. Okay, there we go. All right, sweet. Looks like everybody's here. How's it going, guys? I see Phantom Kiwi Moth. I don't think I've seen you before. Hello, welcome to the stream. And of course, Manny was here earlier. Hopefully they are still here. Today, I was hoping to have the whole party together, but Miyu is really straight up not having a good time. So she's taking the day to rest. Please give her your well wishes. Make sure that you catch her streams on Twitch, as well as these other losers, all of whom stream on YouTube, except for Psychic, who doesn't stream at all. Yet.
Are you threatening me?
Yes.
Are you threatening me?
Are you threatening
I am the great cornholio.
The interaction last time with Wim and the like winged whatever they're fucking called, kobolds.
Yeah.
I was just sitting there at my job listening to it, and I was like, Wim, you need to learn when to flex your muscles.
I did it. He did it.
I did a
did.
decent
He
job,
did.
I think.
He is.
But at the time,
simply
I
too
was
much-
furious. I was angry. I was like, it's so simple. You just gotta hit him.
It's just a shy anime boy.
Oh my
Leave him
God.
alone.
Okay. So.
If the task was to turn the kobolds into a harem, he would have succeeded.
Oh Jesus. Let's not even go there.
Oh my god,
Alright.
a kobold harem, good lord.
So first, we're going to turn off the regular BGM. Hello, I saw D&D and came running. Well, welcome. This is like my whole shindig. D&D streams are the way to go. So, speaking of BGM, let's go ahead and turn this up. Let's do this one. Okay. All right, it's kind of quiet. Oh God, now I have to figure out the map again. Where were we? Here we are. So I found this super nifty feature with Roll20, which allows you to wait. Where is the party? Oh, there they are. Okay. Why do none of you have sight?
A question I always ask myself.
Oh no.
I'm just like, where's the party?
What, man?
Where's the party at?
All
Where's the party located?
Yeah. Total size 50%. Oh, I see.
Ah, yes, the void, my favorite.
Hold on. Did that change anything? Nope. I have to use the new lighting system. Okay. Hey, it works. Okay. So which one of you, Wim, you have a light, right?
I can, yeah. Like,
Well,
yeah,
yeah.
it's
I
five
believe...
feet and then 5 more feet dim.
Okay. All right. So you should be able to see. Crone, you do not have dark vision, do you? Correct?
Crone, I think, is the only one who does.
No, I have dark vision.
Yeah, I know
Oh.
Weeb has it. I'm getting to your token in a moment. First I
Okay,
have
so
to...
you guys go into a cave. I have dark vision.
Yeah.
See in the dark. You know what else?
Oh, Crone does have dark vision. Okay.
I do have dark.
It's 120 or is it 60?
I think it's 16.
Okay. I believed so as well. All right. So this should give you light.
Womp.
All right. Weeb has dark vision also out to 60, right?
Yes.
Okay. I'm getting better at this.
Dork vision. I can see
All right.
the door.
So Wim, you can probably only see a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't think there's
Uh,
like a bunch of.
How far
You know-
is his light?
Well, hold on, because the cave is not quite that dark. So I'll increase this to
His
this.
Light thing.
There
is-
we
Yeah,
go.
I was gonna say yeah. It was a lot darker or a lot lighter last time.
Well, the last roll 20 is discontinuing the old way that we used for lighting,
Right.
in favor of the current one, which I do like the current one. It's just kind of hard to use, but I think I have it figured out.
Yes, the eggs. I
Shit.
see them. I am the captain now.
All right. So I think we are.
I'm totally
otherwise-
blind.
What? Are you?
Zoom out. Yeah, you gotta zoom out because you were. in
Oh,
a
there
different
we
part of
are.
the map
I've
where you
found-
couldn't
I've
avoid.
located myself once more.
I was about to
Yeah,
say, please.
I thought the same thing, but then I zoomed out and was like, oh.
Okay. So what's the strategy, friends? Are we gonna take on this Roper?
Well, so the plan I thought was that we were gonna use the servant to grab the eggs and bring them back, and then we're gonna have the kobolds make a revolution, a rebellion distraction, and that's how we're
Okay.
gonna get out.
Well, I think in that case, you guys should probably go do that while I have my servant collect eggs, because that's gonna take kind of a long time.
All right. So far, sounds good. By the way,
Hold on. Did we not want to have my cannon sort of scout for the roper?
We were going to use the kobolds to do that.
Well, no, we did. We got sort of.
No, we knew that he died, but we didn't see the
we-
Roper. That was what we were supposed to do, is use the kobold to find the Roper.
Yeah.
So what
so-
you could do is you could send the kobolds on a secret mission, or you could, and then have one of them. You could have one of them go on a secret mission, bring it over to me, and then have me pitch it into the cave so that it gets eaten by the Roper. That's one thing we could do.
All right. Well, either way, I got to go back and get the kobolds.
summon kobold.
Yeah, just nab
Uh,
one.
Actually, hold on, real quick. I'm gonna
What's up?
because I don't see all the previously revealed stuff.
Mhm.
I'm gonna kind of just we know that down like here is there's that room.
Yep.
Is she still meant to be there?
Nope.
Okay.
Don't you worry about
Oh,
that.
yeah, she's just gonna
That
stand
and,
there
and that leads back out.
with like a
Oh
quest
god damn it!
above
These
her
people
head.
aren't supposed to be here either.
See,
Okay,
they're all
there we
NPCs waiting for us to complete their quest.
this
Shut
leads
up.
back outside, right?
You actually haven't gone into that room.
Well, but it was motioned to by her before, right?
Yes. The implication that it does somehow lead outside.
Okay. Yeah. So what
Oh,
I'm gonna
God.
do is actually hold on. Let me reveal this part over here because we've been here. I just want to see it. There's the meat locker. There's the trash.
I'm very
there's
pleased that you remember all of these things.
and then
All
there's
right,
the
so
stairs
here,
to go
here
up
go
the
all
bridge.
the kobolds. Yeah.
Yeah. Hold on. There's the entrance up here.
Well, before anything
Yeah.
else happens, Kagerou, I would like to summon my unseen servant.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
So
fine.
we're gonna do that before I leave, I guess.
Womp. I cast unseen servant.
Oh, sweet.
Ooh.
Ooh. All right. Occupied space on the ground within range.
Put it here. Or
Yeah.
actually, within range. Range is 60 feet.
Yeah.
I'll
yeah.
get a head start. And I will put it. I figure over here is probably the most difficult one because that's the furthest away from the staircase, right? So I'll put it right here.
Okay.
Or wait, here.
So
No. Here.
I will go ahead and say, since we determined that the roper doesn't have blind sight, just tell me what eggs you're going to get, and I will elapse an amount of time.
Okay. I'm getting this one first,
Okay.
and then this one.
So, each egg will take about, we'll say, 10 minutes. Because the servant strength is 2, and these eggs are quite heavy because they're very big, but your servant doesn't get exhausted.
Right.
So it can basically roll them quite gently, and it just has a lot of problems getting to the stairs.
Okay.
Based on what you guys know, you have about 2 hours before Leoson's plan is enacted. What is
Okay, I have a
everyone
question
playing?
for the part
Real quick.
before that happens.
I will answer something in chat. So, Mr. Wim here behind me with a ring, he is playing an artificer of the same name. Mr. Weeb here right beside me is playing a cleric of largely the same name. And Mr. Psychic back here is playing Crone, who is a mysterious warlock. I also have Scratch, who would be controlled by Miyu, but again, she is not feeling too well today. So I will be playing her. She is a rogue.
Okay, so party, would you like me to collect all of these other eggs?
Yeah. So hold on. So we have a total count on the number of eggs again.
Well, I see 3 over here, and then if I like walk over here or whatever, which I have the time to do, I see another one. So there's like
Okay.
4 eggs, maybe 5.
There are a total of 8 that you can see.
Okay. And then you said 10 minutes per egg.
Yes.
All right. So that's less than 2 hours.
Yeah.
Right.
You
The question is,
have
do we even
time.
bother? To be honest, we don't even have to carry them back because it's not like any of the dragons. I mean, one thing we could do is if we use it, if we bring the eggs out and like put them in a place where the dragons can get to them, then maybe the other dragons will also turn on Tiamat, and then we won't have to fight those dragons. And if we destroy them, those dragons might not like us. So like,
Yeah. Well, alternatively, another option is that we could get a particularly, I don't know, maybe get a particularly strong friendship-ish with Blue Boy by giving him the rest of the eggs.
we're not nice people, but if that's something that you want to do, we can team up with Lenathan.
Thank you for remembering his name.
I did. It's Blue Boy. It's Blue Boy. Blue Boy.
Mr. Psychic, please receive
Well, what do you think,
inspiration.
Weeb? Oh, okay, I got inspiration.
Yes.
That's good. I'll make a note somewhere.
It's actually like on your character sheet next to
Oh,
your
really?
proficiency. Yeah.
Cool. All right, I've got it.
It makes me happy when people remember NPC names.
Okay, well, I still don't remember the one NPC name that's actually important.
That's okay. That's okay.
No, you'll find out when the time comes. I'll ask again. And I'll lose my inspiration.
Yeah, you sure
What do you
will.
think, Weeb?
I'm spaced out.
Uh-huh. So we've got all these other eggs. You remember the guy who gave you the bone-hurting juice?
Ah, yes, the bone hurting juice.
So he is kind of a little competitive with all these other dragons that have all these other eggs. So, if we break those eggs, he will like us. If we leave them alone, there may be other dragons under the control of the dragon cult using this as like their blackmail. And those dragons might be friendly to us, or at least not angry at us for reasons of being controlled by the dragon cult, because we're probably going to keep fighting the dragon cult, and I don't want to fight any dragons.
See, I was with the idea of bringing at least one of each color, because I could carry.
There is
two.
only one of each color.
Except for the
So-
blue ones, of which there are 3.
Yeah, I can carry 2. A blue one and
Right.
I don't know. Let's say a green one.
But like, if we're just going to bring them outside and destroy them, then we might
I'm
as well
not
destroy them.
for destroying them.
Okay, well, there's no point in taking them out unless we're somehow giving them to the dragon. And I don't know where those
so we
dragons
could keep
are.
a couple kobolds with us to carry them for us.
Yeah, but okay, but hold on. You guys aren't really picking up what I'm putting down here.
I guess not.
The other dragons that exist are pretty much a hypothetical. We have not seen any other dragons besides Lenathan. They have not been doing anything, at least in our vision. I mean, obviously we can like ask Annabelle if she knows about any other dragons, but I doubt she would know because we ain't heard about nothing. So, the point of getting these eggs, at least the blue eggs, is to hand them over to Lenathan. And he says, you can destroy the others for all I care. Now, I'm nervous about giving the other colored eggs to Lenathan because he might destroy them. But it seems to me that if we destroy them, the other dragons will be very angry with us. Is that
Lenathan
correct?
can destroy them, and they could be mad at Lenathan.
Trying to
Yeah.
think, what do we know? What color
As far
dragon
as
gets
we
along
know,
the
we
least
try
well
to
with
do the best.
blue? Oh, okay, red boy, angry red dragonkin buddy dude who's
Yeah.
an asshole.
Yeah.
What if you know? It's sort of like the you know, oh, don't mess with my friend. He's an NSFW artist and he can draw me fucking mom. What if we get the blue eggs and we also get the one red egg and we get into good graces of the red dragon as potentially. That appeals to me personally.
So, a thing to be noted, because you have seen, at least Lenathan and also evidence of other worm speakers and such, you can be sure that if there are other colored dragons, even if you haven't seen them, they must be nearby, at least close enough to have like colored worm speakers.
Okay.
So like you can safely assume that there is one of each color somewhere on the Sword Coast.
Yeah, I say we take, I agree with Psychic. Mostly. I say we take the 3 blue eggs and we take the red egg.
Very arbitrary.
Psychic, I fucking hate you, dude. Alright.
Is it or is it not true?
I don't
It is
wanna-
100% true. There's nothing but truth in my statement.
Hold on.
Thank you.
I'm certain that this was written down somewhere. It
Also,
was.
I want to take a short rest while my unseen servant is doing everything for me.
Are you certain that that's what you would like to do?
I mean, how long could it possibly take?
Well, it will take longer than an hour, which does mean that you can take a short rest. However, there is technically a monster somewhere in this room.
Well, I'll go in the other room then.
Okay, I just wanted to like double check that that's what you were doing.
What's it gonna do? Just walk up to me?
You might.
But you gotta be here to command your unseen servant. It just doesn't do everything by itself.
Well, if it moves, then you'd notice it.
So I mean the thing about the unseen servant is that it takes mental commands, and a short rest isn't necessarily sleeping. You're just chilling.
I truly am chilling. I'll stay on the stairs. Nobody will bother me. I'm just an old green woman.
What's up?
Who
White?
happens to
Are you
smell
canonically
really
green?
I
just
don't
thought of you
know.
as kind of pale.
I'm kind of vibing
Yeah,
with
I just
green.
kind of assumed that.
I don't think half elves can be green though.
They sure can be.
Oh, maybe I could be half
'Cause-
orc, half elf.
Well, that'd be a little different because the half part you could be like a quarter orc, but
I'm joking.
there are
I'm
forest
joking.
elves and specifically
green,
wood
though.
elves that do have a greenish brown tint to them.
I'll think about it. I could be a green old woman. However, so far that is not canon.
Oh, good gracious! I was about to look up something. Oh, there it is.
So is anyone but me carrying 2 eggs?
I mean, I think it would be nice to take a short rest. even if it means messing with the timing of all that.
Okay, I finally freaking found this. Okay.
Yeah, I will take a short rest.
Okay,
I will take a short repose. Okay, but actually first we have to answer the question, which is, should we even take the other eggs, or should we just leave them to vibe?
So, Scratch is under the impression that taking them is probably the best way to go. After all, if one dragon is willing to reap rewards and he's a huge douchebag, the odds of another dragon reaping even better rewards with being less of a douchebag is pretty likely.
See, I want to take the green one. See, I'll
And
take,
Wait,
Annabelle.
I'll
is
take
Scratch
one blue
smart enough
one,
to think of that?
and
Yes.
then I'll take one
Okay.
green one.
Scratch does make good decisions, just notably when it comes to treasure. Annabelle,
Look, if I
however,
had a stroke of luck last time, Scratch can think of this. Okay.
Annabelle, however, is of the mindset that all of them should be destroyed. Chromatic dragons are notably evil, and even if they do offer rewards, they always seem to come at some stupid price.
I have a vibe that I've received in my head, which is that how are we even gonna return the eggs to the dragons?
Laugh my ass off, leave him outside. Look, we brought him outside, and it's not our fault the dragons weren't here to pick him up.
Well,
Should we hide them in the forest and be like, we've marked their location on a secret map or whatever? Will the dragons know where the eggs are?
Look,
the party as a whole.
El Drago, we just left him here.
Shut up. We just left him there.
We left him in this location. You can pick him up. We're not taking him to you.
You hired me to take them. You didn't tell me where.
Listen, that's what the babysitter said to
Okay. So the party as a whole is smart enough to at least know that Whim can command the lesser kobolds really without issue. That theoretically means that you could have kobold henchmen literally just following you around holding eggs throughout your adventure.
Yeah, that's what I said. Basically, yeah.
I'm totally okay.
But that would probably give us a bit of a social, you'd roll a disadvantage. with
Well,
non-kobolds.
it's a little weird, but it might give you advantages in pretty weird places. Specifically, I think all three of you spellcasting types definitely know that dragons are magical creatures. The idea of... Right. So wizards really like dragons, especially baby ones, and sorcerers will buy small dragons or baby dragons at an exceedingly high price to make as familiars. Now,
Well,
whether or
I
not
want one as a familiar.
Yeah, it seems like a great idea if you have the money to do so.
Well, I got an egg right here, don't I?
Well, do you want to try and do that with the ritual?
Perhaps I will. I've got an egg. I'll hatch it.
All right. Well,
I'll have a nice
I need you
dragon.
to seriously answer me here. Would you like to try this?
I'm sensing that there are downsides that you don't want to tell me because you want me to do it. So I think I will do it.
So you will?
Yes.
Downsides there are. I'm just gonna let you deal with all of them. It's
All
your
right,
dragon,
One
not
second.
my problem.
I need to grab notes.
Yeah,
The
also,
question I have for
Whiteboard.
myself.
Was Whiteboard the one who asked?
No,
Moth
it was
yeah.
Moth earlier. I might.
Okay,
Let
so
me do it this way.
Yeah, Whiteboard. We're
You should
a
put it in the
cleric,
description of the
an
video.
artificer,
really
a
should.
warlock, and a rogue.
yes,
I'm
we
a
have
gulak.
a war cleric. What subclass? Artificer.
Yes. War cleric, Chuny, dedicated
Oh my
cosplayer, the whole
God.
shebang.
Dedicated cosplayer. All right.
Oh wait, we gotta be specific. There's cleric, artificer.
A cleric
Hey,
of
be grateful I didn't say cleric.
Vocaloid.
That's the correct way to pronounce
No,
it.
it's cleric.
Cleric.
All of a sudden, rocks fall. I get eaten and die. The end. Wim's the one with the dumb fidget spinner behind him.
Yeah.
And I'll have you know that dumb fidget spinner has come in handy on numerous occasions thus far.
And it goes backwards.
Also because
so,
it's
like, what's not to
me.
love?
And it's me.
Oh
You know,
my
we
god,
can make
Wim, I
Wim-
love your Wii steering wheel.
Oh my
God's
god!
sake.
Wait, isn't that the Wii Fit ring?
You know, I have no
No,
idea.
it's for Ring Fit Adventure.
Oh, that's
Hey,
what I meant.
psychic.
That's what I meant.
Adventure.
Ring Fit Adventure.
Psychic. I don't think I have any ideas. I don't think you have any ideas or Scratch. I think
Oh,
you just
What?
let.
Well, hold on. No,
let
we were-
Wim decide everything.
Shut
We
up,
were
Weeb.
absolutely getting somewhere, which was that we could have the kobolds carry the eggs. And I kind of vibe with that idea, as weird as that is, but I do want to hatch one in order to be my familiar.
I
That's
do
where I
vibe with
am.
the idea of using kobolds. I have no problem with that.
Using kobolds, I mean, listen, apparently it's cursed, and there's no way to uncurse and unfuck the curse. So we better milk it for everything we can. Because it's about to cause problems. I can sense the vibrations of those
We just gotta
problems in the
we just gotta
universe.
get to a city with a church, and we'll get the thing removed, and we'll get the cursed downsides removed, and then we'll be good. We'll be Gucci, and I'll still be a mini boss.
Yeah, that's
Only
totally
my
what'll
churches were-
happen.
if only
Yeah,
my
that's-
churches were still around.
All right.
Oh
So,
yeah.
Mr.
And then when the curse
Psychic,
is too strong.
Mr. Psychic,
Yeah.
please pick a color of egg that you're performing this ritual on.
Hold on. I've got to go look at all the eggs. Can I roll like history or whatever to see what the advantages of each kind of egg might be?
You can do so for one of them.
I need to know all of them. No.
No, I'm afraid you only could reasonably know such information from one of them.
Okay, I have a question. Is this a chromatic color or a
Yes,
metallic
so
color?
all of these are chromatics.
Okay. So I think we know about red dragons.
Yep.
I think it would be considered rude to hatch one of Lenathon's babies and use it as a familiar, so I'm not going to make that faux pas. I think that this is a green, which is
Yeah.
like poison, but also black is poison. So
Black
I'm
is
not sure.
Acid.
Oh, okay, that's different.
That is
Yeah.
different.
Okay. And then I don't know anything about white, so that might be the one, but also yellow.
It's
I don't know
supposed to be
anything about yellow.
brown,
brown.
which I believe is also acid, but or they might be fire, because I know there's two fires on the.
Oh, well, what's
kidnapping
white
charges.
then?
White is cold.
I kind of like that, but I know that red is like supposed to be the strongest, right?
I can't answer that.
Can I do a half roll on? Can I split my roll? I
No.
want to do two of them.
I'm afraid that again, knowledge.
Wham! Can you
no-
roll?
Roll what?
Roll to check out this red egg, and I'll roll to check out this white egg, and we'll
Just
find
to
out.
make sure it's not like trapped. What are
No,
we
I want to
checking
know
out?
which one's better for my familiar.
Oh. Well,
Okay.
Were we gonna hatch the? I thought we were gonna give the red one.
I am
the
going to
red
hatch
dragon.
one.
Oh well, then you get a different one. I was gonna take the red dragon to make friends. The red dragon to make friends with the red dragon, and then shit all over the worm speaker who smacked me earlier.
I
He's-
think-
he smacked you.
I don't think the two are connected.
Well,
And in fact,
It's
if you
both
did
red.
if you did hang out with the red one, then actually he's probably resistant to fire. So if you got in with the red dragon, that would be less effective at smacking him. Just like throwing that out there as an observation.
I think a bit of fire resistance is not gonna save a worm speaker from a full-grown red dragon. But you know that's fine. You know we can discuss this later. You know, fine. We'll take four. I said we'd take 4 eggs. We'll take 4 eggs. We'll take the 3 blue and the 1 red. So you have the choice of red for your familiar, unless you want to grab a 5th.
Well, that's what I'm considering because it would only take 10 minutes to collect these eggs. So,
Alright, so I
there's
essentially would be
poison,
rolling
fire,
history.
acid, and cold. And I'm thinking of doing the cold, but I don't know if it's stronger than like the red fire. I may hatch the red one and just fuck your plan.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll history to see if I know about.
By the way, Miss Crone, you are standing right there on the tile, correct?
I'm not standing all the way over here. I'm not crazy.
Well,
I'm just looking at the eggs.
I just
I'm standing
need to
over
know,
here where
like,
I was.
when you go to look into these eggs, right?
Uh-huh.
Or are you having your unseen servant drag it up to you?
I'm just looking at them from a distance for
Alright.
now.
All
I
right.
just want to know. I'm looking at the colors.
Right.
I'm not inspecting them. I'm not
And your
crazy.
unseen servant is still nabbing eggs as we speak, right? Because it won't hurt to bring
Well,
them
no, I
up
haven't.
here to us.
I'm announcing my intention.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll history to see. I'm gonna roll history on seeing if I know the suitability of a white dragon hatchling for a familiar.
Okay. I will tell you that any creature capable of magical connections is a suitable familiar. Which basically means any one of these eggs is equally suitable. What its specific advantages to it being a dragon is kind of unknown to you, but you do know that a lot of spellcasters, especially sorcerers, really like having dragons as familiars.
Sorcerers, huh?
Especially sorcerers.
Well, don't they have draconic origin?
Some of them. Actually, I guess I'd be
Are the
willing to say
draconic origin
most
ones
of them.
the one who like the dragons the most,
all
or do they
sorcerers.
all like them?
All sorcerers love dragon familiars. It is perhaps one of the most valuable commodities.
Well, I'm a warlock.
And you have seen other warlocks with dragons as familiars. In fact, the Pact of the Chain thing allows you to take a pseudo-dragon as a familiar.
Huh. I can't change that, can I?
Nope.
But it's okay, because I'm going to get a dragon familiar anyway, so I don't even need a Pact of the Chain for it.
Well, you might. So
I might. What does that mean?
Well, I first need you to pick a color. If you're
Do I know which one is... I think I might go for this cold dragon.
The reason I'm being so tight-lipped about this is that arguably the only one who could ever possibly know the potential stats of the various colored dragons is Wim. And though he has the possibility to roll, it is at disadvantage. Because nobody really gets close enough to dragons and lives to actually have a lot of documented evidence about them. Especially as children.
Huh.
So this is...
So you're saying that it might not work.
Right. What you're doing is something that most people... This is like a 1 in a million chance. Because, again...
Well, I want him.
Well,
I want
sure.
him to be my friend.
Right. And
yes, your friend who wants to eat you.
Well,
maybe.
I want to eat him too.
You can also technically make a familiar out of a demon, which are usually so like blood crazed that you can't reason with them. But if you get them young enough, you can do it. It's just very, very hard.
One thing I would like, that here's the thing: if he misbehaves, I'll tell him that I should have made him an omelet.
As a note, not every dragon can speak common.
Well, I can.
I'll learn Draconic. I'll learn it.
I can translate.
I don't care.
All right.
I'll learn it. What are the mechanisms for language acquisition in this game?
It works the same way as any other skill. You need 140 days of nonstop practice.
Okay, what if I just carried the egg around with me for 140 days and then made it a familiar?
Well,
How does that
I would
go?
give you a bonus to your strength score for having to carry an egg around for 140 days, nonstop 8 hours a day. That will definitely make you a little more fit, and maybe a bonus to your con score. It wouldn't teach you the language, though.
No, I mean, learning the language for 8 hours. No, I'm gonna learn Draconic so that I can have this. But should I hatch the egg
But
first?
I can speak Draconic and
How
understand.
long does it take to hatch the egg?
Who knows?
Okay, so
5
basically my
million
ritual is
years.
not. It's not. I'm not hatching the egg instantly here.
Just
Yes, you do.
no. What you are doing, which I can reasonably say you know enough about this given your backstory. What you are doing is you are attempting to make a magical bond with a magical creature. This is not that much different from making a pact with a warlock patron. The difference is that this creature is weaker than you. So, in much the same way that your patron made a connection with you, you are making a connection to this creature. In essence, you are kind of being a mini patron to this creature. How exactly that works and how you go about doing so, there's not really a lot of knowledge on this stuff. So it will be up to you to figure out how you do so.
I have awakened mind, so I don't even need to know Draconic.
That is correct.
I think I'm gonna go with the white one. I'm just gonna carry the egg around and try to hatch it, and then make a magical bond with it
All right,
when it hatches.
give me a moment. I got to find some character sheets. There you are.
So I'm going to get all the blue ones, the red one, and the white one, and then I think to round it out, I'll get the black one, and that's an hour, and I'll do a short rest.
Okay, hold on. I'm reading things.
I'm not Googling anything, by the way, so if you are going to
no.
make fun of me for not Googling anything, then
No. I'm just
you'd be
laughing
100% right.
at something amusing. Okay, sorry. So you chose white, and then I heard you say black, and what was the other color?
Red.
Red. So you're going to leave the brown and green ones. And
I am
other
going to
blue
leave
one.
those. And no, the 3 blue ones, and then so I'm
Okay.
going to do 6.
Okay, so you're gonna leave the remaining 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gonna hang out over here.
Is anyone else going to be doing something throughout these hours? Or the
Well,
hour
I'm getting the
plus-
kobolds.
Not
You're
really.
getting the kobolds. Okay. Weeb, you're not doing anything.
I'll carry the eggs.
Well, hold on, because apparently the witch wants to do something with it. Annabelle does not like any of this and stands outside. Scratch will make a intelligence save. Okay. Where the heck is
How
child
would it
protection?
stand out
You know
here
what's
against
funny?
you?
These guys are the Child Protection Services.
It's true. We're saving the child.
We're
children.
saving them.
We're just not all of them.
So Scratch
not all
has
of them.
decided that he doesn't think it's fair that, you guys are going to be having all these eggs and he doesn't get one of his own. So he's
okay.
going to Weeb, high or low?
Hi.
All right. Scratch starts waddling down to the green one.
What? Scratch, you can just ask. I'll do it for you.
No. This is his.
Hey, Crone, can you get the other egg for me? With your unseen servant?
Do you want one?
Yes, please.
I love how
I will get
ultimately
one
we're
for
gonna
you.
take all the eggs anyways because everybody fucking wants the egg.
What do you want it for? Omelet?
No. I just want to carry it out.
We'll just carry one of the ones we're taking.
Okay,
Oh
we'll
my
we'll
goodness.
I
find
want to carry that one.
we'll find it. We can sell it. I mean, sorcerers will pay a lot for it. We could sell it.
You could sell
This
it.
is true.
This is an absolute mess.
This is
Okay, I'll take all the
beyond
eggs.
funny.
I'll
Okay,
take all the eggs.
You're taking
Alright.
all the eggs. All right, very well.
To save Scratch's fucking
am.
life, because apparently Scratch is suicidal.
No. Oh, well,
Sewer
Scratch
slidle.
actually managed to stealth
Oh, okay.
past any monster, and he successfully got the egg.
Yes.
I was
but
really
such
kind of
is-
hoping for otherwise, but there you have it.
such
Okay,
is
I'm
the
using my
life
unseen
of a
servant
rogue.
for the next one.
Alright,
so that-
I let Annabelle know. We kind of discussed this already. So I'm just kind of reiterating that,
Well,
like,
I'll
yeah, I'm
take
gonna
the
go get the
blue one,
kobolds. Don't freak
And
out when
I'll
they get
take
here.
this one.
Okay. Well, yeah. So that's all fine and good.
And I'm carrying 2.
I'm going to briefly have Crone do this. First,
Okay, what would you
I
like?
need you to answer me. How long do you want to spend on this ritual?
Oh, I'm bonding with it while it's in an egg? I guess that's
You,
smart.
you can choose to do so. It is technically alive inside the egg. You can do so at any point. Though, notably, the older, smarter, and stronger something gets, the less likely it is to think that you're a reasonable parent.
Okay, I'm gonna spend my short rest vibing with it. How's
So
that
you're going
sound?
to spend an hour. So we assume, then, that your unseen servant...
I grabbed that one first, yes.
Yeah, okay. So then Wim would be stirring up the kobolds. Okay. You will not get the benefits of a short rest while doing this. This is
really?
considered a strenuous task.
Okay, then I'm not gonna do that because I
Okay.
need my spells.
Very well.
You get spells back on a short rest?
Warlocks. Yep.
Fuck you.
They auto cast at max level and they only get 2 spell slots until level 10.
Now you see why I need my short rest.
Damn, I
need
thought
my
I had it
beauty.
bad.
Yeah. Warlocks are treated like a half caster, but they go all the way to spell level 9. But they get their spells back on a short rest. So, I mean, it's a pretty big plus if you ask me.
Yeah,
I have a bunch of cantrips that are pretty good, but I really need these. I need to use my spells, so I
so-
need rests.
During the short rest, then, we're going to go over to Wim.
Yeah.
All right, Wim. You waltz on in there, and the kobolds look at you, and they kind of jump. And,
Jump.
and then, you know,
Ooga chaka.
yeah, the winged one steps out there. Yes. What is it that you would like?
All right. So real quick, as we sort of discussed last session.
Yeah.
The plan was we were gonna tell them that. Did we decide to tell them that like just generally, it's time,
angle.
all right, gamers rise up, or was it more along the lines of like, the cultists here besides the kobolds are tricking the kobolds, and they're actually not they're not following the will of the dragon cult.
Tiamat.
Actually,
Yeah.
Tiamat.
Well, I believe
I can't remember the nuance we
I
discussed.
believe it was neither of those things. Because we established that the dragons and the dragon cult, while related, are not necessarily friendly with each other. Also, the whole idea of kobolds rising up is inherently strange, because they're just born to be slaves, and that's kind of what they do.
Gamers rise up.
So, I mean, those can work because they are really dumb, and they'll generally believe anything that anybody big and scary will tell them.
You could I mean, all we really need them to do is cause chaos. So you need to tell them something that will prompt them to be extremely chaotic.
Right. So I mean, you can even just tell them like, I'll eat you alive if you don't gamers rise up. Or you can try a more diplomatic approach. You functionally command these kobolds. What you actually want them to do is up to you.
All right. I think I'm gonna go the route of, they're still servants of the dragon cult by choice. No, but
No,
so
they are not. They're just beaten.
You could tell them
Kobolds
They're
and
servants
trolls don't
in a
go
way.
in the same
that there's
sense.
like a bomb. You could tell them there's
Yeah.
a bomb underneath the caves.
But that doesn't cause them to go out and cause mayhem and attack non-kobolds outside, which is kind of what we want.
It just tells them to get the fuck out of the cave.
That is
now.
true. Yeah, that doesn't do
Yeah.
it, does it?
It
Yeah,
causes
so
an
I
amount of chaos, but
I was thinking that I tell them that I'm gonna go a bit more the hard ass bully route and tell them that there's a new mission that comes from above any of the cultists here, and that
Gamers gotta rise up.
yeah, gamers rise up.
Chaos, madness.
is this an evil
confusion,
party?
flama.
No. This is notably not an evil party.
That's why I'm having so much trouble here.
Trust me, I have to ask myself this question every day that I live.
We're
This is
chaotic,
hard,
but
dude. This is not the kind of thinking that I'm good at. Fuck.
You chose this.
Oh my god, I'm perfect and just.
You should have just given up and lost to Resmir, and none of this would have happened. I tried to warn you.
But I get 2 actions per turn.
Shut up, Whiff.
I get 2 actions per turn now.
Seems like a pretty big plus to me.
It's a big plus. That's a big plus. I can cast Ray of Frost twice.
I mean...
you can tell them.
Imagine
them
going
something
up
about
to like
blood.
a max level wizard and be like, "Oh my god, you have the best equipment ever! Oh yes, I can use it to cast a cantrip twice. It's fucking poggers."
Oh my god. Yeah. I tell them that the new orders they are to go out and cause mayhem in the camp. Don't ask questions.
All right, roll your
Cause chaos
intimidate.
and it'll be poggers.
Well, hold on. Before I do that, if I have my little flamethrower cannon send a burst of flame, like kind of over here-ish, just as a show of force, can I get an advantage on that intimidation roll?
Well, I wasn't gonna say this out loud, but you already have advantage.
Oh.
You have it.
Can I get extra advantage?
Can we get
Well,
double advantage?
That's not how that works.
No.
No, because
Just tell him.
all
should have just said
charisma
yes
checks with Cult of
and
the
let
Dragon,
him do it.
You have advantage on as long as you
Yeah.
have that mask.
All right. So is it just it's an intimidation? Okay.
Divination wizard, and then be like.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So they start grabbing their like slings and clubs and stuff, and they basically gremlin gamers rise up.
Yeah. Well, I'm also gonna tell them, for an extra secret mission, a mission of great importance, I will need a handful of you to come with me. I require your assistance to carry something of a great value.
Carry something of a great value.
You need to point to them specifically because they are too stupid to volunteer.
Yeah, well, yeah, I
themselves.
point to the big, because I'm saying it's very important, so I point to the most important looking
You
ones.
gotta
the ones
tell
with
them
wings.
to like
I-
if they see any of their other kobold brothers to get them to join the.
Well,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
they're
and then
all of the
and
winged
tell your other
kobolds-
kobolds.
all of the
yeah.
Whip
winged
them up.
kobolds who inherently believe that they are the most important of the kobolds, because they are bigger and meaner and therefore more important, fly up next to you.
Yeah.
Kobold
Alright,
riot.
I'm gonna tell them that they should gather. Ooh. Actually, do I just bring everybody with me over to the big acid chamber and then we all go out that one way? I feel like that's probably the way to go.
Kobold riot. I think
Yeah.
it might actually be better to go out the main entrance because there's
I
more
was thinking
kobolds
have them
there.
wait at the main entrance for a signal.
Don't forget, we're saving that one guy, Eliason.
Well, yeah. I mean,
out
here's the
in
thing,
the
because
front.
like, aren't there more kobolds out there, and so therefore like the kobolds? Because I'm imagining all the kobolds are running through the alternate entrance, and then they all just get slaughtered by the tough people who are standing in that room.
Well, no. So I'm gonna tell them to call out to their as you exit the cave. I'm gonna say, okay, I'm gonna have them wait at the end. All the ones who are not coming with me will wait at the entrance of the main entrance of the cave. Okay, and then when I give a signal, I'm trying to think of what the signal will be. I'm gonna cast Ray of Frost up into the sky over the camp. Could they reasonably see that from the cave entrance?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Especially because it's gonna be night. Well, actually, let me backtrack a little bit. So the fireworks are probably going to be happening at around.
Oh,
the
you should just
same
use
time.
the fireworks as the signal. Say that the fireworks are gonna
that's a
go
good
off,
idea. Yeah.
and then they riot.
Okay, I'll tell them as soon as the fireworks go off, run out of the cave, and in Kobold, not Draconic, in Kobold, call out to your fellow kobolds and tell them of what they have to do.
They
Come to
kind of look
riot.
at each other at that
To riot.
command, because kobold isn't its own language.
Uh.
Uh,
Huh?
but they otherwise nod at you like they totally get it.
Wim
Well,
failed
to be
his
fair,
intelligence check.
no knowledge of that is beneath me. I'm.
Well, I mean, yes, it is really like
It
literally
really
it is.
is.
I mean, the
Literally
difference
is.
between kobold and draconic is the difference between a toddler and like an Englishman. You know?
Oh my god.
Right,
Call
right.
out to each other in baby.
Yeah, that's basically just like
Yell at each other in baby talk. Like,
all right, let's go. Fucking-
all right.
everybody beat everybody up.
Oh god. All right, so a bunch of fucking Lunas from Hololive show up.
Yeah, we're bootleg Hololive.
All right, so they start charging as you leave. Okay, I will make this real easy on myself. Let me move all of these over here, and then here, and you two here. All right. While you are walking back, you know how there's that bridge that goes like through the over
Yeah.
the room. So you hear them charging up the stairs, and the two dragon claws that are at the front of the cave are brutally beaten to death.
Augers.
They barely have time to scream. Okay, and
And
they
the
wait.
campaign wanted us to fight this crowd of angry kobolds as level 2 characters.
Yeah.
What is this nonsense?
Yeah. All right. So.
Gamers rise up.
Okay. So
Literally
that took
gamers
about
rise up.
30 minutes. Weeb, are you doing anything in this time?
We live in a fucking society.
All right. So
Wait,
the rest
let
of
me
you.
check my spell slots. How many spell slots?
I think you're out of spell slots. Maybe you should rest with
No,
me.
no, no. I know he's not completely out.
You should rest with me.
I think you have 3 level 1s and no level 2s.
Wink.
Yeah, I have 3 level 1s. Cool. Cure wounds. I'd like more health, please.
If Weeb rests with me, is that a strenuous action?
No. All right. You are now fully healed.
Nice.
All right. So the rest otherwise happens unless anyone else wants to do anything.
Who else is there to do anything?
Well, Annabelle is here, notably watching over the eggs. Scratch
With
is
intent to squish them.
rolling his green egg out over here and kind of shining it up. You know, the good old spit shine.
Good.
Yeah.
We're good.
All right, so
We're good people.
you functionally get a short rest.
How much HP do I restore?
Well, it's based on your hit die. You can roll your hit die by expending it during a short rest, and you recover that much HP. There you have it.
That's how much I get. Okay, that was like nothing.
Well, it's just below average, so it's not terrible. You could spend another one, but you only get your hit dice back after a long rest.
I need the HP more than I need the...
Sure. All right.
I had a near-death experience, bro.
Okay, so an hour has passed, and you have about 40 minutes left before the fireworks go off. If nobody has anything they'd like to do now, we can go ahead and transition to the scene. Otherwise, I
Well,
think
we're just getting the kobolds to pick up the eggs, and then we're booking it, right?
well, not quite. You can choose to attempt your ritual, though again, you would have to tell me how long you intend to take.
I definitely don't know if I want to be in this cave. What do you guys think? Because you're all with me at this point, right? So I can ask your opinion. Okay, nobody has an opinion. That's great. Well, what's going on outside? Like, they're probably gonna go handle it. I kind of don't want to get caught inside the cave with the egg. That would be kind of a bad look. So I think I want to get out of the cave before I start vibing.
Alrighty. So, basically, you guys are going to wait for the fireworks to go off?
Yeah,
Is
we're gonna
that
go
what I'm
outside.
getting?
We're going outside.
Okay.
I would imagine.
Let me set this up. Is that everything? Almost. Oh boy. It's gonna be a freaking nightmare. Then I need
It's beaten to death in 2 seconds.
guys. Whatever. You know what? It's a good song, okay?
It is a good song. All these songs are good. I actually enjoy them very much. I'll have you know.
Thank you.
Well, I think you should just play K-pop.
Hmm.
You know,
That sounds like
stand
copyright.
BTS.
Oh god, what is that everything? You. Alright. So we leave the cave. Alright.
Dun, 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 dun. Ooh, wow.
Alright. There's a lot happening. First of all, I'd like to point your attention over here. So next to Leosin is Resmir's body. Oh, this guy shouldn't be here. Okay. And they are getting ready for the ritual sacrifice. You can see that a small trail has been made from Leosin's basically sacrifice area to these tents. Wim, you can somewhat smell what appears to be powder, like black powder.
Yeah.
A bunch of commoners have been kind of tied in a circle around them, presumably also to burn. As soon as you guys leave, all the kobolds come with you because they assume that this is part of the signal. The first winged kobold outside screeches so ungodly loud that the other kobolds also begin to screech. This is like deafening. If you guys weren't somewhat prepared that this would happen, you'd probably be taking some damage. But then the other kobolds on the outside begin to screech and everybody's confused.
Yes.
Leosin takes this as the opportunity. And what happens next is utter chaos. A match is lit, the black powder moves over, these sets of tents explode quite violently. Yeah, hold on. I have a thing for this.
I tried my best.
These aren't what I wanted.
It appears that the kobolds have been deprived of their
You
attendees.
need the Roblox sound. You need this Roblox sound of an explosion.
God.
Hold on.
I want you to take the oof sound and really slow it down. And bass boost it.
Oh god.
Oh my god.
Here we are. All right.
Oh,
Let's put this on the
things
map.
are going quite wrong. No, this is exactly how we
This
wanted
is
it
what we
to
wanted.
go.
This is what we wanted.
I'm home. War and chaos. This is my home.
All right.
Delicious. This is the most I have felt at home since I came into this world. It was like I'm a god and no one would believe me.
All right. So all the tents begin to just light on fire and explode as primed charges just set off. The kobolds, I'm not going to move every single one of these tokens. So the kobolds start clashing with the cult, who are completely caught off guard.
Yes.
In the chaos, a spell is cast and Asbara just simply disappears.
I knew he was gonna do that.
Well, he's a wizard and he's not having any of this. So Frulam starts to attempt to issue orders before she is tackled by a guard drake and eaten alive.
Oh,
hell
she
yeah.
dies.
Oh no.
We'll say.
I'm gonna loot the body real quick before we
damn,
Uh,
damn, bro. That's
I'm
crazy.
afraid you don't really have time because there are other things.
convenient. No, I don't blame
Well.
you. I don't blame you. If I got any more fucking busted right now.
Because there's a lot of
Oh,
stuff
God.
happening. Leosin has already freed himself. He goes to free the other commoners, and he looks at the kobolds and your face, and kind of just shakes his head, but otherwise starts to lead them out to safety. In the midst of this combat, what were you like to do?
So we have the winged kobolds are still carrying the eggs, right?
Yes, the
Okay.
squad of winged kobolds is following you, though notably Scratch is still rolling his own green egg.
Right. We just to make sure, are you carrying any or are you unencumbered?
I'm carrying one.
You're carrying one. Okay.
All
All right. So you're
another
carrying one.
winged
Scratch
kobold?
has one. That means there are 6 kobolds who are each carrying an egg, or are they 3 carrying 2?
You can theoretically say that they're each carrying one, but then the unseen servant is also carrying one.
Okay.
Got one here.
So we have a unseen servant with 1, Weeb with 1, Scratch with 1, and then the 5 kobolds each with 1.
Yes.
Okay. Looking at the map, the only way out is we have to go. We kind of have to, I guess, hug the left. Or hold on. So Layson is taking them south-ish.
He's going to the northwest.
He just wants
He's
out,
just
I
going
think.
straight there.
Yes, he's getting out.
Yeah, let's
all right,
just
we're
go
gonna.
straight
I
out.
say we
These
follow that.
kobolds are on our side, and they're distracting all the. Yeah. Let's just.
Yeah.
yeet.
All right, so
Yes,
in,
I tell them that to bring the eggs and come with us. We're going. We're
please tell
leaving
me
the camp.
the direction that you are taking.
We're going northwest. I'm gonna follow the same path that Layson and the villagers go.
Okay, that is a wise choice. Because about down the middle here, which Leosin is kind of going around to try.
Said he
and
was going
circumvent
northwest.
Most of the
That's
cult.
not northwest.
Well, yes, he's ultimately going this way, but he's
Yeah,
starting
that's-
this way, and then kind of moving like so. But down here, you hear a loud screech. Not really a screech, I guess more like a roar. As Lenathan uses his lightning breath. And this is why I
Does it do 4 damage?
Oh. And don't you wish?
Okay, a little less. So you got to roll to see if the kobolds die.
There's no rolling.
I think
Really?
minimum damage would probably kill them, right?
Just barely, right?
Even if he rolls all once, that is a minimum of 10 damage. So he sweeps across this area and lands like so. And then comes. Oh, that was good timing. No, I don't like this.
But I like that one.
Yeah, it doesn't work for what I'm. No. We'll do this one. All right. I see you have brought me my kith and kin. And what else do I see but gifts? Or perhaps offers?
You think we give him one of the eggs? That's not blue, and we keep the rest.
Well, I want the white one.
Okay.
Scratch apparently wants the green one. Weeb wants the brown one? Question mark. So
Yeah.
we do have a black
And
one.
And the
And
red
red.
one. Yeah, I'm fine with. I'm saying, yeah, we'll give you some. We'll give you your eggs, and we'll give you one to sweeten the deal, but the rest are ours.
Interesting. It seems you've matured quite a bit since our last encounter.
Fate has decreed that I couldn't put the eggs in the bag.
So it's no.
Nah.
So he actually leans pretty close to you, Wim. The size of his eyeball nearly being your entire height, as the kind of like unicorn like horn sparks with energy as it kind of looms over you. What an interesting little mask you have on. Where exactly
Yeah.
did you find such an accessory?
Shit happened. I killed Resmir. It's mine now. I'm gonna figure out what to do with it.
Kind of looks over to oh, actually Resmir's body isn't here because it blew up in acid. Never mind. God damn it. Okay, so he
That's
kind of
right, I
glances
thought.
back to where it would have been and says, I see. If you like, I could remove such a thing for you. I won't even charge you for it. Well, sort of.
No, I think I have a little plan for it.
He kind of chuckles as he watches kobolds, screaming, like burning alive and what have you. And says, very well. Tell me, were you... never mind. It couldn't be. Now, please hand over your end of the deal, and whatever else you choose to give me, I will of course reimburse you for.
I motion to the winged kobolds who are holding the blue eggs and then the black eggs.
Basically shitting themselves. This is like real crazy.
Yeah, I tell them to present the eggs to Lennon and then go join their brethren.
They absolutely do so. He kind of grunts to them, and it appears to be part of a language. It's not draconic. You can't really tell what it is.
It is dream baby talk.
Well, not quite. Your arcane knowledge tells you that he casted some kind of spell, but which one? It's a little dubious.
Can I roll on it?
You may roll Arcana at disadvantage.
This shit's crazy.
All right. He cast a version of the message spell, but he seems to have changed it with some sort of meta magic. So he grunts a command to them, and they place the eggs by his wings, which begin to charge in lightning. So then he looks to the rest of the party. He doesn't really say anything, but he is looking at the other colored eggs. Which one would you like to give him?
Do we all agree the black one? Because
black.
of the two
Ugh.
that are not accounted for, I want to keep the red one.
I mean, you have a plan for the red one.
Yeah.
I kind of am concerned that, I don't know. Black dragons aren't friends with each other, right? They don't team up based on their color.
Well, that's not necessarily true. Dragons don't really get along with other colored dragons, though they're not. It's not uncommon for that to happen. Most dragons just kind of, they're like old white people. You know, they yell about territory disputes. They say, I'll come over there and I'll beat you half to death, and they never do it. But they do fight about it a lot. They just like their lawns and their hordes. And they sit out on the porch all day.
But like, if you insult one dragon of one color, would other dragons of the same color, like, how do they get along?
It just depends. So
Okay, well, I'm fine with giving the black dragon egg away.
Yeah,
I
I'm fine
guess.
with the black dragon egg.
Yeah, I'm fine with the black dragon.
all right.
We're just all decidedly screw.
So as you start to bring it over, Lenathan looks at the crone specifically and says, "How amusing. Is this truly your choice, child?"
Oh. Oh, I just got that.
Would you happen to know the parentage of this particular babe?
I would. And based on your scarring, I would imagine you do too.
Deals off. Don't give him that one. Give him a different one.
You want to give him the white one instead?
I do really want the white one, but actually, I think I might want the black one instead. So I think I may give him the white one. Yeah, I'll give him the white one.
All right,
So-
I'll let you decide that.
As you retract the black one, he kind of gives that huff like, no balls. But then you start to roll the white one towards him, and he seems a little disappointed. You know, it's almost like he's receiving the knitted sweater for Christmas. And he's... This... I suppose it's an offering. I will compensate you for this, but... Is this your choice?
I kind of huff at him because I'm like, it's the one I wanted.
You do know about dragons, don't you?
Only a little. How much do you think I interact with dragons on a daily basis?
More than perhaps you would think. But putting that aside, on a level of good graciousness, I'll teach you a little bit of a story. See, white dragons are the smallest and dumbest of all of us. They're like dogs, while the rest of us are their human masters, to put it lightly. They're territorial and ferocious and don't like any other dragons because they're too stupid to understand what the rest of us are capable of.
I want to roll, dang, which one was it to see if they're lying?
Insight.
Insight? Yeah, hold on.
He is not lying. Or if he is spectacularly good at it. In fact, you seem to recall some kind of knowledge that of the quote-unquote dragon hunter type of adventurers, almost all of their trophies are white dragons. They do appear to be the weakest.
Well, I mean, that would
what
probably
about
make it
the
easier to
brown one?
control as a familiar.
Well, I'll be. What about the brown one?
Do you ask?
Yeah, I ask.
I'll give you the white one if you want. Give him the brown one. Maybe he'll be happier with it.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Let me see.
See, Weeb is just Weeb suddenly feels a great kinship with the white dragon egg for reasons that he does not understand.
Okay.
Yes.
So,
They say the gods fear the dragon.
He's looking around at the other people in this Discord call, and he's like, "Wait a minute."
the other ambush predator. Quite a bit more intelligent, tactile, and subtle, though nonetheless unpleasant.
Was it a poo-poo dragon?
The sand
Can
dragons...
does it have a bigger bag?
The sand dragons do like to live inside of their dunes, as they lack much of the wings required to fly. I believe your mortal kinds have called them land sharks before.
I almost take offense to mortal.
But then you realize that you are mortal, and you get over it.
So, any other lessons in dragonkind that I should give you?
Why don't you teach this young man a thing or two about red dragons? Because
Yeah, I was
apparently
gonna
he
say-
thinks.
No, hold on. I was gonna say, I have a bit of a score to settle with a red worm speaker, and I was thinking that a red dragon egg to the red dragon might might prove amusing the next time the worm speaker and I cross paths.
Amusing it would be indeed. Very well. I think my opinion of you has improved quite greatly. Red dragons are allegedly the most powerful, but assuredly they are the largest and most temperamental. Taming one such as that, or at least holding on to it long enough to attract its parent, would indeed score you. Oh, it might even buy you your life. Red dragons care not for mortal life, even if you have something to offer for them. In that case, they are almost as dumb as their white counterparts, but manage to get one onto your side. I might even be willing to bargain with you at that rate. If you want my honest opinion, just kill it and pretend you didn't see anything. But if you really want to get back at the worm speaker, or at least the would-be worm speaker, I might be able to help you there, though I'll need a little bit more influence. And he kind of scratches his talons together in kind of the okay money sign.
Mm-hmm.
I'll see what I can do. Toss me your phone number. We'll get it. Keep in touch.
Oh, poggers, here goes my Nokia.
Yeah. Yo, hell yeah. Yo, I like this dragon. I got a Nokia. Oh my god, dude.
Oh,
Fuck's sake.
He literally throws you a Nokia.
He just cops it up.
They only use it because they can't break it.
They can't break it. They just
Oh
eat
my
it
God.
and then barf it
We
up whenever
later
they need
find-
it.
Yeah, real talk though. How do I get in touch with him again?
Would you like to form a contract?
Oh.
I feel bad doing this all without me, you.
Yeah. Be straight with me. What are the downsides?
Well, the downsides is that I can know where you are at all times. The upside is I can know where you are at all times.
Is that the only thing?
Effect.
Are we talking a contract
Oh,
specifically for location?
Downsides are such a difficult thing with mortals. Your short lifespan must make decisions terribly difficult. I don't know what counts
Makes them
as
more
a
important.
downside to you.
All right, I am fine with a contract that lets you know where my location is. Nothing more, nothing less.
Oh, well, that's no fun.
Well, I've been told I'm a bit of a downer at parties. What can I say?
He's a real party pooper.
I'm a party pooper.
I
Sometimes
say that in
literally.
character.
But I do think the prospect of your plan with that thing is quite amusing, so I will agree. The terms of our contract is as follows. And you see him bow his head kind of in your direction. It might make you feel a little smug, because this dragon is huge size. Actually, sorry, it's is it gargantuan?
Gargantuan.
I would assume so.
It is huge. Sorry, not gargantuan. But it bows its head towards you, and the eggs underneath the wings kind of start to float up towards the wings as columns of electricity seem to pick it up. Similarly, his horn ignites in electric sparks and kind of zaps the ground. The sand immediately glasses before you and kind of holds a contract that is pre-written. And then he speaks. Actually, let me change the music because the war is more or less over. Let's go with...
Which I'm kind of sad about. I wanted it to last.
Well, it wasn't much of a war to begin with.
Oh, it's the closest thing I've had since I came back.
Yeah, honestly, if any of the kobolds are still alive, I'm gonna tell them to go back to the main bases and do the same shit.
All right.
Oh my god.
The terms of our contract is as follows. We will each partake of one another's blood to form a psychic... a blood-bound link. This link will allow one of us to use magic to transport to one another. Spells that I'm sure you do not yet have, but can learn in the future. This also will change your body somewhat. It is a reversible change, but only when the contract is broken. The changes to your body will not be detrimental necessarily, but nonetheless noticeable to other dragons and spellcasters.
Okay,
By doing it...
only noticeable to dragons and certain spellcasters.
By signing this contract, you agree that at any time that I feel necessary, I will bring you to me. At the same time, you may invoke the same such promise as long as you are willing to compensate for it. I will not come at all of your beck and calls, but if you so choose to either entertain me or fuel my horde, I might be more inclined to do so.
Would the entertainment that I previously mentioned prove a suitable compensation?
That entertainment is the terms for creating this contract. I would not do so with such a fleshling as you. Would you not have such a ridiculous plan?
Poggers. All right. Yeah. Yeah.
Have you any other terms?
I would put in as a term that if I'm in the presence of... how do I phrase this?
In the presence
We got what, 5 people at the party? If I'm in the presence of more than 10 people, you can't show up. I don't need you popping into a city.
Is that your only contrition?
Okay.
Contrition?
Take other people?
What you using that word for?
Is that the right word? It might not be.
That means contrite.
Oops.
I think that's fair. If I want anything else from you,
go in.
I'll,
Go man,
I think that's fair. If I want anything else for you, I'll compensate you for it.
Ironic, because Goman means contrite. Contrition.
Pain.
Pain,
Okay.
Pecco.
So you have no other complaints, I take it?
None.
Then you may take this. And so he kind of produces a magical dagger in front of you. It is curved in... I mean, if you imagine a lightning bolt, and then you put a hilt on the end of it.
Ziggity zaggity.
Yeah. And it's right in front of you. And he sort of nods at the dagger, then onto the contract, kind of mentioning you got to put your blood on it.
Yeah. I think I do the standard thing. Hold on. I'm gonna take damage if I cut myself.
Not necessarily.
If I just do the slash across the palm, like the shallow slash across the palm, and then drip the blood.
I mean, if you do it on purpose, you are smart enough and dexterous enough to understand how to like wound yourself in a non-lethal way. So
but
that's...
what about the part that this body is
I'm going to also keep in mind. I'm going to specifically spill the blood from the hand.
I'm aware. I know
Don't
what you're getting
cut your
at.
hand, by the way. It
Yeah.
really hurts. Don't do
Oh,
it.
yeah. Sorry. Hold on. I gotta do this. Kids, do not cut your hand with knives. It hurts. Okay, there we go.
Like a lot.
Okay. Not gonna get this one back. Okay, excellent. So you sign the contract then, right?
Yeah.
All right. As soon as one drop of blood appears, it is engraved into the glass, and you notice something in specific. Actually, all of you notice this. The symbols that are written where Wim's blood would have dropped appear to be in a totally foreign language. As the blood kind of smears itself to make these symbols, and then it engraves into the glass. And then I need to message you something.
I was gonna ask if it happens to be one of those obscure languages that I know.
It might be.
Maybe.
Yeah, so that shows up, and Lenathan kind of chuckles to himself as he, again, shoots a lightning bolt onto the plate, and it signs its name. And immediately I need you to make a con save.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
All right. Yeah, so you feel a rush of power just surge into you. I mean, imagine getting shock therapy without actually getting electrocuted, right? Your body just kind of convulses a little as power flows through you. I will tell you the effects of this at another time, but understand that you have this power. You also feel a slight tightening on your vitals. This is not necessarily a dangerous thing. Well, I mean, it could be if the ritual were to have gone wrong, as you might imagine. But you basically understand it to be the anchor. So he mentioned that he can call you or port to you at any place, and that's how he does so.
Good thing you didn't have any health issues. You could have had a heart attack and died.
Yeah,
if I had been a
absolutely.
boomer, I could've
This is
killed him.
definitely one of those things that if you roll a nat 1, it's pretty bad.
Good thing I rolled exceedingly well, I think.
Yeah, you did very, very well. So he looks at the rest of you and says, "One compensation has been given, but this is an effort done all by the strength in numbers. Name your prize, and I shall do what I can."
I gave him the brown one, right? Didn't I?
You guys didn't actually decide which other one.
We gave
you
him
were
the
giving.
Oh,
yeah, we gave him the brown
I gave
one.
him the brown
We
one.
totally gave him the brown one.
You totally gave him the round one. All right, very well, very well, very well. Okay, so then in that case, he specifically turns to Weep and says, "Very well. What is it that you desire? Status, glory,
That's an
power,
Miku body.
A really big stick.
or perhaps would you like to meet someone in particular?"
Tell him to put you back where you came from. Plot over. GG easy.
GG. I want my power back.
I'm gonna go check the plumbing real quick. I'll be right back.
Ask him if he can restore your memories or some shit.
It's not about memory.
Because I was sleeping. I was schlumping.
It was schlumping? Well, how
I was
about it?
schlumping. Well, really, all I'd like to know is where all my followers are.
I can bring you to one.
Yes, I'll take that.
Are you certain that is what you desire?
At the current time, yes.
Very well. All right, so he kind of lifts his head, and again, the horn on his head begins to glow. And Weep, you see a huge magic circle just spawn underneath you.
Shoot.
Well, do you attempt to resist this effect?
No, I don't.
Okay. You are gone.
Give it.
I'm gone.
We will. I'll tell you where you are in a minute. Oh God.
Why are you doing this to yourself
Party split.
at this point?
Well, yeah,
It would
but
have harder on you than it is on any of us.
I do it because I don't ever want to make a player's choices feel invalidated. I can make an adventure and say, man, I really hope they go for this, and then when you inevitably don't, I can still cry myself to sleep. All right. So, then to Annabelle.
What did we ask for?
We've asked to go see one of his followers. Lenathan offered to bring him directly to such, and then he got teleported away.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, we'll figure out where he is in a minute. So then, and you
Turns
already
out
did
I'm
that
in a
to one.
place rocks fall and I
So
die.
then he turns to Annabelle and asks the same thing, to which she steps real close to him, whispers something, and then steps back. And he says, what a marvelous wish. One that I unfortunately cannot oblige in this current state, but I will keep it in mind.
Yeah. Sorry, Annabelle. You can't force me to fall in love with you. Don't worry, it'll happen.
I knew you were gonna say
Hey, make
something.
another
what-
concept. No.
I'm not. I didn't say that. I didn't say it out loud.
All right, so she loads her gun. And
Yeah.
Actually, Annabelle wanted to know what that mouth did.
Oh wow.
I saw it with
Yo.
my telepathy.
Okay, whatever.
She wanted to fuck.
So
the
then he
dragon.
turns to Crone. And to
Yeah.
you. What prize do you seek? Perhaps a better bargaining chip? Or maybe... And he sort of like looks you over once more, and you can feel kind of a magical gaze upon you as you imagine he casts like, you know, some kind of detection spell. And he seems to kind of... It's hard to describe. Have you ever seen like, you know, a panther or like a predatory animal?
Predator. Yeah,
Uh,
sizing.
It sizes you up, and then it kind of decides that maybe it doesn't want to screw with you. He sort of does that, like where he starts to get this like smug grin, and you've been through this song and dance before, but after he looks you over, he's just, or perhaps would you like maybe something else? And you get the feeling that maybe he's a little more docile to you than anyone else.
I'm a taken woman. I'm a taken woman. I don't let on that I'm letting him have this. Well, I have been feeling the hankering for a little bit more power as of late. I've been noticing that I'm a little easy to take out. I've been knocked out, and it's really put the fear of death into me. Is there anything you can
okay.
do to help with
I want you to roll something. In fact, you can roll any charisma check as
Oh,
you
okay.
say the word death, and you can pick whichever one you like to sort of insinuate what tone you're going for. This is somewhat important.
When he asked what I wanted, it was like that
No,
one
that's-
plankton meme. I don't know. I didn't think I'd get this far. In hindsight, I probably should have asked for just better armor.
I might go with performance.
Okay.
I mean, the intent is that like I got shit to do, and I can't be sitting around getting killed off.
Okay.
Womp.
Wow. All right.
Queen of natural 20s.
God damn it. Okay. He once again bows his head, but this time the rest of his body follows. He basically prostrates himself before you.
Yes!
As
My
he
patron
says-
is so cool.
and you all of you can kind of get the idea that whatever exchange just happened between these two, Lenathan is legitimately afraid. Like something has happened, or some kind of magic or memory has been implanted into him to strike the fear of beyond God. And you especially know that blue dragons are petty and very proud. This is a very bizarre sight. As
Wow.
he says, "You may name whatever you wish in my horde. Just stay away."
I grin, and I don't want to push my luck, but I might. Do I shake his stick at him, pat his nose?
Hold on. I'm going to attempt something.
I think he just wished to
Is
stay
this-
away.
Okay, never mind.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna change my artifact into a little rattle. Give it
Yeah?
a little, give it a little twiddle, and I say, "I'll hold you to that."
All right, so as soon as you give it a little twiddle, I want Whim make a con save.
Why me?
Laugh my ass off because I'm not there.
All right. Well, I mean, there's your con save.
Yeah, hold on. I'm rolling it for everybody else too.
Uh,
I got 2
What do you
characters that need to. Okay. So Whim.
I just have to roll a con save
Yeah.
halfway across.
Briefly, you feel like your heart skips a beat as soon as the rattle goes off. The sound that it makes, and sure enough, even some of the kobolds just pass the fuck out. They are just knocked out. Scratch.
None of the ones holding the eggs, right?
No. Just kind of the general error. Scratch runs behind Annabelle and clings onto her armor, who she herself also appears to be a little shaken. Go on, Crone.
Well, let me think, because I do want to go see the horde before as I make my decision. All right, I'll do it this way. Something nice, shiny, and protective is what I desire. Might you have something of that nature, my friend?
Oh, hold on, I have to go look through the freaking thing.
I got a lot of those, but I'll take a look for ya.
Oh, do I not?
Down here at Lenathan's Discount Cars. We've got. Fuck you, Greenest.
Hold on.
Come on
Oh,
down to Lenathan's Cars.
do I not have my... Oh, gosh darn it. I don't have my treasure things.
Oh, F.
All right, let me
Yeah.
open up the DMG. This is going to take a quick minute. So, for most of you guys, go ahead and, take your water breaks or what have you, because this is seriously going to take a little bit.
You're dumb enough to buy a car this weekend. You're a big enough schmuck to come to Big Bill Lenathan's Cars.
We will slam your dick into a car door. That is a promise.
But Crone asks for like a fucking Mustang.
If you find
Well-
a better deal, shove it up your ugly ass. You heard us right. Shove it up your ugly ass.
There
Bring
is
your
a,
trade.
There is a chance that Crone gets an artifact here. I
No,
just
Crone
have to.
gets a car.
Oh,
It's a good
well,
car.
I could get something better than that. Where's my D?
A flying car.
Airships do exist.
Crone
I
can
kind
get
of,
a lightsaber.
I kind of vibe with the keeping the artifact as a rattle. The rattle is cool. That's like that. Honestly, I just wanted to do it as like a cute thing, but I think that's like a lot of good vibes there, right? We've got metaphors from the cradle to the grave, bitch.
What challenge rating?
That is pretty cool.
Okay. Alrighty, looks like I need to do a D100 roll. would be this one. Where are those tables?
And you get some cool armor. Or at least an artifact, like a ring that I can use to increase my armor class, which is 11.
I should have asked for better armor so that I could be a tank boy again. But I was thinking lore the whole time. And I was like,
Well,
lore's
that's some
pretty
character
cool.
develop for you at character development for you as a
Character
player.
development.
Because like, aren't you like hack and slash?
Yeah.
Come in here to do some fighting. Here you are and doing lore.
Doesn't.
Yeah, I'm slowly just turning into a fucking dragon at this point.
Well, then you could just
What color dragon are
murder
you?
your homunculus and get
From
a new
1 to 10.
1 to 10. Shit.
one. You could go into town. Hey, you. I'll take your body. What?
Okay.
Oh my god, you should start collecting money and being like, it's lore. My mask and my contract is compelling me to collect treasure.
Yes.
We already have Scratch. I'm gonna step on Scratch's niche though.
Fight Scratch for it.
yeah.
That's the inter-party conflict that we've
yes,
been waiting.
In the mind of a rogue.
And one time here. Let me tell you how much fun looking at like 3 different tables is. What is this one? Jesus.
How does it work? Oh,
Okay.
homo challenge pissing. That's
All
right.
right. So
Challenge pissing.
let me make sure that this is something that you can actually wield. Because he's not going to give you something that you can't use.
I do have not much strength. I might have, you know what, thinking about it, maybe I should have made Constitution my dump stat instead of Strength, because then I can wear better armor to make up for my low Constitution. Because you need good Strength for armor, right? Or do you need Constitution too?
You need strength and proficiency.
Oh,
You can't just wear armor without proficiency. It doesn't actually protect you at all.
I do need... I need some kind of armor, so if there's like a magical mage
There
robe.
are a number of mage robes. That's what I'm rolling for. But he doesn't appear to have them. So here's what he gives you instead.
He gives you a really cool rock.
You're not that far off. He comes up with a wand.
And then he says, I don't want to deal with you guys anymore. And then rocks.
Hold on. I have to
He
freaking...
goes, "Skedaddle, skadoodle." So a noodle. Oh my goodness.
Can this be... Okay. So he comes up with a wand, a staff, and a cloak. And lays them before you.
And gives you the ability to cast Fireball.
Almost.
Tell me all about it.
How big the room was.
Hold on. I will see if they are in the compendium. What? That's not what that said.
Maybe I should have gone for the Draconic instead of the Deep Speech. Oh well, at least I have Awakened Mind.
So cool.
Sorry. It wasn't a wand, it was a ring.
Oh, yeah, okay, that's fine too.
It was a ring, a staff, and a cloak.
I was gonna make a joke that it's the ring from Lord of the Rings, but I've never actually seen it.
Okay, well, we're doing that sometime soon, I guess.
What, you've never seen Lord of the Rings?
No, it's way too
Oh
long.
my god! All right, you gotta take a break from your Hatsune Miku Vocaloid concerts, and you're gonna watch some actual good shit.
No.
I mean,
get
I'm
any-
sorry, that
kinda
wasn't a
watch a
request.
movie that long.
wasn't a request. No.
Okay. The GM chooses. Okay. I'm going to DM this to you over Roll20, and you can use the compendium to look at them yourself.
And then you become Lord Palpatine, and then you have unlimited power.
Bah!
That's what I think of all warlocks. I think of all of them as Lord Palpatine.
I mean,
That's
every
basically
single
what they're
time-
supposed to be.
Every single time I've taken the D&D like class quiz, even if I'm not trying to be a warlock, I end up as a warlock. Like I truly just vibe with warlocks. Okay, let's see. Ring of I can't say it.
Do not.
I don't know what it is canonically.
Ring of
So I can't tell
unlimited
anybody.
power.
Ring of unlimited power.
It's a ring of ligma.
If you type those names into the compendium, it'll bring it up.
Okay, now how do I put it into my character sheet? Is that
You can drag and drop it.
Yeah, you can
oh
drag and
neat?
drop
That's
everything from there.
fun.
It's pretty poggers.
It's very poggers.
It's extremely poggers. Okay, hold on.
When anything said poggers, that got me off guard.
Oh, poggers! I'll give you my Nokia.
Oh, poggers.
That really did get me.
I'm glad. All right, so while you're figuring that
Okay.
out, let's go over to Weeb.
Ah, yes. In the magical land of your mom's house.
Also, please be aware, Mr. Psychic, you will not actually know what these items are until you attune to them. None of them are cursed.
Now, how do
Laugh my
I?
ass off Whim's cursed.
How do I put? Okay, so I have my thing as a pop-out window, and the drag and drop isn't working.
Oh yeah. You don't drag and drop it from the pop-out window. It's whenever you search it up in the compendium. You know how it has the whenever you click on it to bring the pop-up window, you can actually drag the like name itself from the box into your character sheet.
Right, my character sheet is in the pop-out window, and I don't know how to set it back.
Just close it.
This is the way.
No, like when I click on the character name, I think I clicked on a setting or something that did it that way.
Oh, here. I'll add it.
Yeah, you can just put it in.
Oh my god. Okay, so that's.
Sorry, I messed up.
Oh
wait, it's probably in
that's
settings.
2.
No, I fixed it. I just fixed it. I just realized.
Okay.
I remember it was in settings. I can do it.
Then we'll go to Weeb. Oh boy. How about we go here? And we'll just talk a little bit because I don't have a map for this. Mr. Weeb, you awaken in a nice warm bed.
Oh, wow.
You're not really sure how much time has passed. Your armor has mysteriously vanished. You are dressed in otherwise relatively fine clothes. What do you do?
Oh, I get up. I thought I just wore like what I have here.
I'm sure.
My...
As soon as you get up, you hear movement. And pretty quickly, hold on. God damn it! Now I have to answer a question.
Take your time. Sorry, I was just putting it out there so you can answer it on your own time. You can keep going. Like, there's no hurry.
Well, no, because oh gosh darn it. That one isn't in the compendium.
Figure it out after. Help we.
I got it. I got it.
I mean, it's not like I'm going anywhere.
I'm not going anywhere either, bitch. Take care of him.
All right. So, anyway, as soon as you get up there, you hear movement, and from a door that is on the far side of the room, you hear a...
I hear a knock.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I head over the door, and I open it.
Immediately before you see a maid. Dressed in a very, very traditional, like, Western European maid outfit. They have long hair tied into a ponytail. They appear to be part Beastman.
Oh, poggers.
Hold on, let me roll for race. Okay, of course, they appear to be a leopardess.
Oh, poggers.
Yeah. So they kind of bow and they say, "Oh, young master, have you awoken?"
Master. Well, yes, I have awoken, but I don't really know where I am.
Oh, that. My sincere apologies. The priestess demanded that you would. Oh, good. We didn't anticipate this. Please wait one moment. And she turns around and scurries off.
Oh, okay, I wait.
Okay, so a few minutes later, she returns with a silver plate, full of. There's like a large silver goblet, that has kind of familiar insignias, and there is a huge plate of food.
Holy shit.
It's mostly meats, a lot of steak, kind of chickens, no real veggies that you can see, and soups.
Oh, poggers.
It's pretty big, and she gets down on both knees and kind of hands it to you. You know that meme of like the guy like offering the sword to like that big creature.
Yeah.
It's basically the same deal here.
Okay. No need to get on your knees. Thank you.
But master, it is the way.
Yes. Well,
You do weird.
I don't believe that you need to be on your knees.
Of course, young master. Then please, eat in peace. And he does kind of a curtsy and scurries off.
Okay, so I go back to the bed and I start eating.
The food is particularly delicious. It is so good that you can add 10 temporary hit points, which last until your next long rest.
Whoa, that is awesome.
Yeah. It is particularly filling. It's nice and warm. I mean, it's probably one of the best feasts you've had in a while. The drinks in the goblet aren't quite something that you would anticipate. It tastes a little weird. It's like a sugar water with a particular tang to it. Basically, if you imagine like kind of a more carbonated orange juice.
Oh, okay. I totally dig that.
And then that's it. You are in a very nice room, and you are eating. Do you do anything else?
Yes. I look around the room. What fills
Okay.
it?
Well, the room has a lot of dark blues and kind of lighter blues. It's not necessarily dimly lit, but the sun that would be coming through the curtains is definitely blocked. They're not like blackout curtains, but they don't let like the whole sunlight in. The walls are interchanging with kind of a darker blue and then a lighter blue, in a striped pattern. There are blue carpets with silver outlines, and they appear to be made of the kind of finer animal skins. There are also a number of weapons. All of them are fake, but they greatly resemble your own, or at least have your insignias on them. And of course, the cup, the goblet, now that you look at it, the top of it isn't so much of a regular goblet. It's actually fashioned to look like your crown.
That is so cool. Oh man, so glad I so glad I went with lore.
Ouch. Otherwise, the room is somewhat empty, at least of like specific furnishings. I mean, there's couches and stuff, but it more or less follows the same idea. Nothing that would really catch your eye. You gather that you are on the second story, or possibly the third story on a particularly small house. And you appear to be in some kind of city.
Okay. So I finish eating and I take the tray with me and I head out the room.
Okay, immediately out the room, there is a large hallway that goes in a straight line. It is obscenely long. You're not sure if it's magically enchanted to look like it's longer than it is, as it doesn't really take you that much time to go through it, but there are no other doors. There's just a ton of lanterns that each depict kind of like a... You ever seen a figurehead of an old, like, a wooden ship that, you know, it's got, like, the woman on the front, and she's, like, holding out, like, something.
Yeah.
It's kind of the same idea here. So you see, like, little statuettes for the lanterns. It's a very, very high class place. As you get to the end of the hallway, you see a number of maids, all of whom are wearing the same outfit, and all of whom are not actually humans. They are all half or full beastkin. I won't bother describing literally all of them, but I mean, take your standard cat girls, fox girls, whatever. They're also all female. And all of their hair is pulled into ponytails.
That is even better.
So, as soon as they see you, they all turn around and they each give you a bow in unison. Where the first one kind of approaches and say, please, allow me to take this from you.
Oh, here you go.
And she takes it and nods, and you can sort of hear whispers of the other maids kind of be like, oh wow, she got to touch it, and you know, his hands really graced this cup, and you know, things like that. When another maid kind of nods and says, do you have particular orders, young master?
Not really. Is it just you guys here?
No. The priestess is holding a sermon, and has asked that you not... she seems to be searching for the word. She has asked that perhaps you remain up here until she is done.
I see.
Not that you would be a nuisance at all, young master.
Then I shall stay up here.
Alrighty. Anything else that you are doing?
Yeah, I'd take a look around.
Oh boy. So the room that you're in is some kind of foyer. You somewhat get that the maids probably live in this area. There are a number of rooms that all surround a huge kitchen. Like if you imagine the kitchen is the center of a room, and then you extend the square by like 100 feet on each side. That's kind of the way that everything is arranged. The kitchen has entrances on all of its cardinals, and all of the areas that surround it are either a dining area for them, a dining area for guests, which is on the opposite side. The hallway that leads to the room that you came from, and then on the opposite side of that is a much shorter hallway that leads downstairs.
Okay.
There are a number of rooms. You count at least 20 on the kind of lining the walls.
Wow. Okay. Well, I'm just gonna stay in this room.
All right.
Oh, wait, here.
All right, so we'll go back to the others. All right. So what's the plan?
Well, so we've given him our interaction with Lenathan's probably pretty much done at this point. Yeah.
Unless you wanted to talk to him in specific. Oh, sorry, Scratch had something to do.
Oh yeah.
Scratch will walk up and ask about the green dragon egg, to which he kind of settles himself back up and says, "Huh, you think I am a dirty liar and cheat? You try and negotiate with one of them. They go out of their way to make sure that you never get what's coming for you. But the sibling of ours that resides in this area who fathered that particular egg might be a little more willing to help you. Provided, of course, you keep it safe." Scratch will enthusiastically nod and kind of hug the egg.
Aw, that's so cute.
Lenathan, why are you blue?
Dabble dee dabble die.
So I guess the final question is, do you think that there are any imposters in any of these eggs?
He flies away.
Do you think brown is sus?
Are they sus?
Is red sus? Is red being a little sus? No,
So
I'm kidding.
regardless,
I'm kidding.
do you wish to speak at all with Lenathan after this?
Well, Wim can call back in if Scratch remembers something that he wanted to ask.
Well, yeah, but I'm gonna have to offer Scratch up as sacrifice for the phone call, or rather the doctor's visit.
I'm sure you can come up with some. I'm just nervous that Miyu had something in mind. Although I know that she probably didn't.
Yeah.
Because didn't she want to make like a contract with him?
She was considering exchanging some amount of power. Theoretically, which, by the way, this does not just account for dragons. Any particularly powerful being that is capable of doing magic can make a contract with you. Even things that are not inherently magical can do so. It's just a little harder to do, because you need some kind of magically binding contract. The best way to do this, which Crone would know and Wim possibly knows, is to bind souls together. There are spells, by the way, that do this, but barring that, if you have a contract that you want to make with a creature or person, you could probably find a mage who might know how to do so. So do not think that such agreements of power are only for dragons or what have you. They're just the quickest to offer such things, along with devils and demons and yada yada.
Interesting.
So say I'm a particularly powerful magical being.
Yep.
And you have to have a contract to do it, right? Can the contract just say your soul are mine, laugh my ass off?
Kind of.
I mean, would you really find somebody
I
to
have
sign
to
that?
agree with it.
Right. So a contracts, when they are the reason that they are magically sealed is that nobody will really take them seriously otherwise. At least not when pertaining to like gifts of power and things like that. It's the whole reason that clerics and paladins need to pray for their power, because you're basically asking, like, I've been a good boy. All right, Santa, can you give me my presents again today? Because you're basically renewing your contract each day, is a way to think about it. In this case, if Lenathan were to tell Wim, oh yeah, I'll come up and I'll be your boy, just sign here. If it's not magically binding, then there's no real reason Lenathan has to like oblige by it. Because if he doesn't show up, well, what's Wim gonna do about it? Be upset?
In the bag.
But the thing about the thing about magically binding contracts is that if Wim found, say, a devil or whatever that specializes, which by the way, these exist in both heaven and hell, and they are frightening. But if Wim were to find a creature that deals with contracts and then show that the contract was magically broken due to, Lenathan's betrayal, he can get a bounty placed on him by the interdimensional planes, and they will have no problem compensating Wim for that. Of course, that works
Wow.
the other way around. If Lenathan calls to Wim and he denies, well, that sucks. Because he might not have a choice in it. Basically, a magically sealed contract is something that is really... It's not hard to break, it's just a really, really bad idea. And so usually when engaging with souls and similar exchanges of power, it's just like, with a warlock patron. When your patron forms a pact with you, they are kind of signing a contract. They have to give you that power in exchange for whatever else they took from you. It's not really an option. So, if that is something that you guys are interested in, theoretically, you can make a contract with anybody, though the means of doing so can be a little hard. Obviously, dragons are naturally magical creatures, and they can make contracts just as easily as angels or devils. But say if Wim wanted to make a magically binding contract with Weeb, he would need to find specialized ink, specialized paper that is worth a certain amount of gold, yada yada yada. Basically, you would have to craft a spell that specifically binds a contract.
Okay.
And that's basically how it works. So, with that said, Lenathan will fly off if you have nothing else to say to him. The camp's fires have largely burned down, or died down, rather. And the cult appears to have largely fled. I will do some rolls to count up the remaining kobolds.
Laugh my ass out. We got a kobold army now.
But yeah, you guys are free to do something. If you would like.
All right. So, body of cult leader girl.
Yep.
What that do though? It's still there.
Don't put it that way.
No, I mean that's not what I fucking meant. God.
Don't put it that way.
What's it doing? Where is it?
Hold
Alright,
on.
sorry, Annabelle gives you a weird look and starts
It's
loading her
partially
rifle.
eaten. Let me go. Creatures and monsters. Named NPCs. That's
I mean,
what it is.
assault drakes aren't gonna eat artifacts. They're just gonna eat the meat.
Well.
Well, if they're a bit too enthusiastic about the meat, they won't care.
They are
they
not
get-
very smart. Okay, let's see what she had on her. Actually, she didn't really have much. She has a halberd. It is non-magical,
I want
Nice.
that.
and
Well, hold
she
on.
had.
I'm the one looting the body, weeb. I may give it to you, but you're not here.
Yes, when I get there and I see it, I'll be like, ooh, I want that, please.
She also had
'Cause you got that.
non-magical chainmail, and that's it.
Is that light armor?
Nope.
Great.
I think it's heavy armor.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, is
It's
it heavy
pretty
or medium?
useless to both of us.
See, the one thing I like
If
about
it's
cleric,
if it's medium, I think wear that, and I can integrate that.
the one thing I like about clerics is
What?
that pretty much all of them start out with proficiency in heavy armor, and pretty much all of them start out with a shield, except one subclass. I don't really remember which one. though.
Chainmail is heavy.
Nice. Cool.
Hmm.
Great.
Wait, what am I wearing?
Fantastic.
Scale mail? Yeah, it says I have is scale mail heavy or
You're wearing
medium?
It's
hardened
medium.
shit.
It's medium.
Medium.
Artificers are proficient with medium armor from level 1.
Yeah.
I'm
Uh,
stupid.
Can we wear heavy armor? I would assume so.
He sure can.
Yeah. I think I have heavy armor on.
Would I be able to sort of look at this and know whether or not it's better than what Weeb is currently wearing?
Let me double check.
Character sheet.
Because I know it's not
actually be
magical.
wearing the same thing.
I do
yeah, he
believe
is.
it was chainmail.
All right.
Weeb is actually just wearing the same thing.
How much is a set of? Well, it's probably not in great shape.
Nope.
Damn. All right. I find it rather suspicious that the leader of the dragon cult in this area has a stick and some clothes, but I'll leave it there. Any of the other bodies around here potentially have gold coins or silver coins or pennies?
Huh.
Anything worth looting? I feel like we haven't really gotten much cash aside from the gems we found in the cave.
I just send something.
Which all pretty much exclusively
too.
belong to Scratch.
Yeah.
I got something. I got a roll.
All right.
Tell me about this.
What?
Oh, I completely forgot that I can brew a potion. I will go ahead and brew a potion of healing.
All right. You find 6 gold worth of, either junk or actual gold.
Okay. I'll put 6 gold in my inventory.
Yeah. So, let's see. We had 20.
Alright, drink water, check your posture.
Yeah.
I don't know how long ago that was.
That was quite a long while ago. I remember seeing that pop up when it.
Okay. At the end of the day, like, after everything is said and done. Oh, yikes. Almost really bad. When the battle has truly ended, all you have left are 2 kobolds.
Wowie.
Wow.
Alright. And
They
he
are-
took the 3 eggs and the brown egg. So we have Scratch's green egg, Psychic's white egg, my red egg.
Weeb has a white egg, and I have the black egg because.
Oh, you have the black egg. We have. the
I
red
needed it for reasons.
I'm glad you figured out what those reasons were.
Yeah.
Because,
Well, I had to
man,
confirm. I had to
Pretty
confirm.
much
I had it in my
as
head
soon-
at the very
As
beginning.
soon as the dragon was like, "Are you sure?" I was
no,
like, "Oh
dude,
shit,
okay.
that's right."
Let me just tell you, when you were originally gonna leave it behind, I was like, "Nani?"
Well, I was just like, there's no way that those two things can be connected, but they
Oh,
were.
they-
So I went ahead and nabbed it.
It's-
Thank you, Weeb, for getting it.
They definitely are.
I was like, Crone. I want that one.
Oh my goodness.
Like,
Okay,
shut
so-
up, baby.
so-
You can have this one.
So Weeb has his egg, Scratch has his egg, Psychic has his egg, I have my egg.
Yep.
Do we
Or the egg brigade.
alright.
Egg brigade.
I'm gonna well in that case we don't really need the kobolds. with
Well,
us.
are you gonna carry the egg yourself? I've
Yeah,
got
we
an
can
unseen servant to
we
do
can just-
mine.
You can
I'm
just make the
good.
kobolds carry it. My ass off.
Like, I'd imagine Scratch and you don't really want to carry eggs around. We could
what
probably
are
do
our
it.
options for transporting and storing this stuff?
We could get like a little cart, maybe.
Well,
Like, because they don't fit into a bag of holding unless we can get a
they
bigger
do
bag.
not fit in a bag of holding, but adventurers are generally understood to have backpacks, which they would fit in.
They fit in the backpack.
They fit in the backpack, but notably not a bag of holding.
How
However,
how fucking big is the backpack?
it's pretty sizable, but you are still encumbered, right? You will be. Well, no, I should give them an actual.
How much
weight
do they
value.
weigh?
I gotta figure that out.
They weigh
Two.
your
No.
mom.
Does
7.
anybody have a negative?
We'd never be able to
score?
carry it then.
Hold on, shut up. Does
I
anybody have a
do.
negative score in strength? Okay.
I do.
God damn it.
I have my unseen servant though, so I'll be fine. You don't have. I'm not gonna
Well,
put it
for
in my
1
backpack.
hour every day, and you I actually, can you ritual? Oh yeah, you can. So for 50 minutes of the day, you have an unseen servant. Or I guess every 50 minutes, and you have to stop and take 10 minutes to cast it again.
What of it?
Well, it
Or we
definitely
can just
slows
make
down
the
your
kobolds
travel.
find it.
I mean, imagine taking a road trip. Okay,
Listen,
me-
Weeb is here to
kobold
do it for
carrier.
me. He's a
let
nice
me go
young man.
ahead and make things super easy. What happens immediately after this is Leeson and the town thank you, and they give you a pair of horses and carriages and bid you to go to a specific place. I assume, or the campaign rather, assumes that you do just that and head out immediately.
Like that idea.
You can functionally say that the other NPCs watch over your eggs, albeit dubiously, or rather with dubious levels of agreement, and a vague promise not to steal it in one person's case.
Yeah, I'm gonna make
One
a
person
I'm gonna
is
make a
trash.
contract with
Gold.
Gold Piece.
Yeah?
Make it steal the-
It's crazy. Every time you ask him about it, he's just not there. But, barring that, I will save a bunch of time and say that you are able to store them in your backpacks so the townspeople don't notice them. They give you the cart, everything's all fine and good. Leeson pretends like he notices them, but whether or not he actually does remains a mystery for the rest of the campaign.
We were supposed to get a reward for.
You do get a reward. I just have to get there.
Alrighty, well let's set out.
Well,
Let's set out for your mom's house. Come
Hold
on,
on,
guys.
hold
Let's set
on.
out for Greenest.
hold on. Well, now
I
we have
mean-
to actually like go back to the proper thing of the campaign. I never imagined you guys would complete another chapter.
Is that
Right.
so?
All right, so
that must
we're
be
Is
down
this the
super
here.
crazy.
power of an anime protagonist?
Shut up. Okay.
Super fucking crazy. Imagine. I don't see. Oh, there it is. It's on the plains. Neat. Okay.
Oh, that's funny. Okay. Alrighty. So, since we are approaching the half hour before we end mark, I will go ahead and say all of you advance to level 4.
Oh, Poggers!
You are to head from Greenest. Let me scroll the map up over here. All the way up to here in Scornabel into Elturel. Alternatively, you can take the longer path and cut across this plain to go by Candlekeep, follow up the river, and then to Elturel.
Okay. Quick question. The person who we met back in Greenest, who mentioned somebody who's connected to me, where were they located again?
They said Waterdeep.
Right. Okay. Either way, we're not going to get anywhere near Waterdeep.
No, you basically either pass just below Baldur's Gate, or you go through Scornabel.
Okay. I think before we're about to end, right?
Well, not necessarily. I did want to like give time for people to level up and stuff, and then I need to do the rest of what Weeb's doing.
I was thinking we could probably leave that decision till like everybody's here.
Okay.
Next week, hopefully.
I basically just wanted to let you know that the game quest tells you to head to Elturel. You are not technically timed to do so, but Leeson does mention that there is a contact there that would be helpful to you all. So you really don't have to, but you can. You probably should. Also, again, I wanted to give time for people to level up in the event that what we do with Weeb takes a little while. The party could potentially be split for a significant amount of time. And I also wanted to ask you guys this question, which we can save this for when more people are here. But this travel takes a long time. I believe it's about a week's travel. Let's see. North of the Trade Way. What the heck? This route takes them back through. Oh, I see. I see. That's really bizarre. 200. Okay, 6 days is what it'll take. So we can individually play out each day where I roll a set of encounters, or you guys can just roleplay for a little while. For those of you who have specific spooky rituals, this would also be a good downtime to do that. Or I can go ahead and just wrap everything all up in like 1 or 2 encounters and then one major event that happens, and then you just arrive there 6 days later. The benefits of doing day by day is you technically could get way more rewards, and therefore more experience, by doing so. Of course, the downside is that it takes immensely longer. The upside of doing it all at once is that you get some stuff out of it, and it's faster.
Yeah, I don't think we should play out every single day.
I think we should just do the. I think we should just take care of the dude.
You know, I came in. I was listening to this today, or the last one today, and I was like, yeah, I think I'm gonna do some role play with Crone. And then I got.
Well, I can't do anything about your choices.
Yeah, I don't regret it. I'll just have that conversation later.
Very well. So the next thing that I would like to ask specifically to Wim and Psychic, would you guys like to take a? You guys can leave now if you wish, and we finish out the scene with Weeb. Or you guys can just hang out. I won't force you to stay here, but you know you can do your level ups.
I'll stick around to do my my level up.
Okay, because
Yeah,
I suspect
I'll do my level up.
this encounter will take a little bit longer than 30 minutes.
Okay, well, we're just sitting around listening to Weeb do lore, right? I would like to listen to Weeb doing lore.
All right.
Sure.
Well, first of all, I've been drinking a lot of Gatorade, so I'll be right. I'll be right
Oh
back.
my
God.
Sorry, I may or may not have zoned out at some point. Did we just level up?
Yes.
Yeah.
You are now
Okay.
level 4.
Excellent.
The default rule is you may take feats in place of your ability score improvement. However, I highly suggest, especially you spellcasters, max out your main stat first.
I definitely want that 19 cha.
Yeah, so we get what, +2 or
Plus 2 to 1 stat or +1 to 2 stats, or a feat.
Yeah, I mean I'm at what, like 18. I might as well just get to 20 right now. Let's see. Yeah, that's probably what I'll do. Hold on, where's the character Mancer thing +1?
It's on this gear. It's in the gear.
Gear, level plus. There we go.
And because you use Annabelle the most, she will level as well.
Armor of Shadows, right?
For HP, I can roll, and then if it's lower than the average, I could just take the average, right?
Yes. Okay.
Average is 5.
So.
Got the average.
Oh, Lamau. What the heck is happening?
Do you think I should do 1 in strength and 1 in... Oh, wait, no. Yeah, doing one more strength really wouldn't change anything. Neither does one more in charisma. My strength is a little bit fucked.
All right.
All right. Well, briefly. So Annabelle approaches the two of you plus Scratch, and asks where should she put her focus. Basically, she's asking what fighter archetype would be most valuable to you. The available options is she can use her tactics, her knowledge of tactics and like just military training to issue orders around the battlefield, basically giving bonuses to hit and dealing extra damage. Now that you have horses, she could be a cavalier. She could focus on her, just raw combat ability. Or she could attempt to break into one of the magic classes.
Hold on, say the ones before the magic class part.
She
I
can
was
use
looking
her
at-
tactics to help control the battlefield.
Okay.
She could be a mounted combatant, now that you have horses. Or she could focus on her raw fighting ability.
Psychic, what do you? I don't think mounted is good because that's kind of useless in a dungeon.
Not necessarily.
It's
take a
tough.
horse into
I
the
mean, it's
dungeon?
certainly.
So basically, the cavalier's abilities can be used on and off the mount. They just have extra effects with a mount.
It's a little tough.
Battlemaster is the tactics one. Basically gives her a set of dice that she can use as reactions to things happening. Being adding extra damage to an ally's attack, telling an ally to move even if it's not their turn. It's a lot of utility. Champion is basically she just gets personally stronger. There's no utility, there's no extra effects. She herself just gets stronger. And then I would roll to basically see which between the Echo Knight, Eldritch Knight, Psy Warrior, and Rune Knight applies most to her. If you choose a magic class.
I do think Eldritch Knight would be kind of cool.
Eldritch Knight could be cool. I feel like maybe a Cavalier could be cool, though, because I feel like it might fill a niche that we don't currently have, which is probably mobility.
Cavaliers
a
are
little bit-
notably tanks.
Yeah, and we do need someone in front. We have just Weeb tanking for everybody. I think I would prefer a mounted.
And you?
Oh, these spells are pretty tough, actually. I don't know what I want.
I'm kind of leaning towards Eldritch Knight.
All right, boys, we coin flipping. Evens or odds?
Weeb, are you here? Do you have an opinion?
Oh,
well,
I was just
technically
gonna say
she's asking
utility,
this in character.
Oh,
because utility that those pluses to hit and the damage seems real nice.
All right, so
If it's a coin flip between mounted and Eldritch, I'll go for Eldritch and we'll flip a coin, I guess.
here's what I'll do. Because there's something else that she would like to do, but isn't voicing it because she's a bottom. We're gonna roll a d4.
Okay.
Since I'll go in the order. So Psychic is 1, Whim is 2, Weeb is 3, and she is 4. Cavalier it is.
We are 2 tanks in a pod.
okay. I can't replace my cantrip for some reason.
Just don't be a bigger tank than me. I want to.
Can I get some help?
Not yet.
Okay, take your time then.
It'll probably be after the session. Okay, so that. Okay. All right. So now that has happened, let's go to Weeb.
Ah, yes.
Right. So you're chilling for an amount of time, about an hour or so, before. You know what? I might regret this later, but why don't you tell me what it is you do during this time?
I guess I'm in the room with all the maids and stuff, right?
Yeah.
I'm just holding conversations.
Okay. To speed things up, they are basically super nervous when talking to you. Every single one of them. And they always like ensure that your potential happiness could not possibly be any better. Even if you like passingly say like, man, I'm kind of thirsty, most of them will bring you something to drink.
Damn, that's pretty poggers.
Any of those that you aren't talking with kind of crowd around you, clearly trying to hear in on the conversations at hand. And while they don't fight each other for it, they clearly want to take turns.
This is the most okay. It's not. I know I just said this a little while ago, but this is the most I've felt at home since like, questionable number of years ago.
Oh, all right. But eventually, you see another woman kind of come up the stairs opposite of where the hallway is. Actually, which like dining area do you chill out in? The main one or the maid one?
I'll hang out in the maid one.
That's interesting. So basically, as you would have stepped in there, they would drag a chair from the opposite side of the hall for you to sit in, stating that the chairs for servants is certainly no chair for you to be seated in.
Wow. Okay.
But nonetheless, another woman comes in and she's dressed in robes. These robes are white and sleeveless, or not quite sleeveless. They have like the detached sleeves that starts at the elbow.
Oh yeah.
They are white and silver. And this individual has their hair pulled into twin tails.
Oh my god!
It's extremely poggers.
Yeah, and their hair
is the most poggers thing ever.
Their hair is dyed blue.
Oh yes, yes.
She has a blue tie and a silver staff that you understand that it's like trying to be a microphone, but like imagine trying to explain a stage microphone to a caveman, right?
Yeah.
It's a long staff with like a rectangular head, but they don't seem to quite understand why it looks that way.
Hey, I'll take it.
But it is there. And this woman approaches you and kind of sizes you up, and she seems to kind of sigh, annoyed, and says, well, what is it that you want?
You see, I was speaking to a dragon, and then because I've been, long story short, I've been gone for a really long time, and that shows throughout history. But I just came back a few months ago.
She rolls her eyes and says, yes. Okay, get on with it. What do you want?
Oh, I just wanted to know where my followers are at.
Yeah,
I'm just doing.
Well, we're here. We've always been here. Never
Well,
left.
you see, I thought they were all gone.
Yep.
Okay.
Sometimes I wish that were the case. But here we are. So, name your wish. I have things I
Oh.
need to do.
Well, now I want to know where my friends are.
I don't know. Hold on. Is that what you want? Is that your wish?
Sure, let's go with that.
Okay. Finally, something reasonable.
Okay.
So she kind of taps the butt of the staff on the ground, where a blue orb sort of appears in her other hand, and she seems to peer through it. And sure enough, you can see the group of them kind of just chatting. And she furrows her brows and says, "They're south."
South.
Yeah, they're south from here. I don't know, like a week or so away.
Okay, and what city is this? What are we in?
This is Scornable.
Gurnable. Okay. Did I hear anything from the mayor before we headed out to go to the
No.
cave about nothing? Okay.
But nevertheless, after that, she kind of nods at you in the up nod and says, "All right, that's your wish. Come on,
All right.
display your divine power."
Oh, well, okay. I kind of do first of all, I rage.
Okay. All right, that changes things. All right. So as you rage, which is kind of funny in context because oh yes, everything is fine. Just get angry. But as you rage and the divine energy starts like flowing about you, she seems surprised, like taken aback. But then she shakes her head and says, "No. It's a coincidence. All right, fine. I'll believe you for now."
For now, yeah, it's kind of underwhelming, isn't it?
No. I'm surprised you haven't already heard of this, but you might be the 32nd person to claim to be the lost god.
The 32nd.
Though we have long since disappeared, the reality isn't that we actually left. There were so many trying to fill your absence that we went into hiding. We deemed that anybody who could find their way here is probably someone worth investigating, but usually they don't make it this far. Well, at least I don't have to peel your blood off of the curtains.
Ah.
So, if we assume that you are who you say you are, where have you been?
Well, first of all, I started off in Waterdeep. And what was that name of the? Do I have it in my notes?
I would hope you do.
I'm not gonna tell you. You're
Nah.
look like such an idiot.
I don't know. So much happened. Can I roll a history?
Yes, but what are you trying to remember?
I'm trying to remember whatever bar or whatever I showed up in. Down in Waterdeep.
Oh, okay,
where
okay.
interdimensional-
Yeah, you can roll your history.
bring
'Cause
up my
we're
character
starting
sheet.
to get to the point of like character interactions where I'm gonna start forgetting stuff. So if you guys don't write it down, it might just be lost forever. You do remember it was a famous place in Waterdeep. The name just escapes you.
All right. Well, I appeared in some sort of strange bar or tavern in Waterdeep. It's well known, but the name slips my mind currently. A lot of interdimensional travelers and beings tend to hang out there. Anyway, I showed up there. I don't know what year. I didn't know what year it was or anything like that. How much time passed? So I started asking around using my identity, and well, nobody would believe me, unsurprisingly. But then
she kind of looks you over and says, "Yeah, I can't imagine why."
Yeah, gee. Then I found my group of friends who were all asked to do a quest. So we headed on down to greenest, and there was a dragon there. Blah blah. Talked to dragon. Dragon said, "Get my eggs, and I'll leave town alone." So we said, "Okay," and we went off to go fight the cult of the dragon cunts.
Ooh, naughty words. Is that allowed
And
in your cult?
we got the eggs, and we went outside. Dragon gave me a reward. I said I'd like to meet my followers, and so now I'm here.
She like squints at you as though you've just told the most like ridiculous story possible. And then she kind of shakes her head and she claps really loudly. It's clearly a spell much like the thunderclap spell. Only it's been altered in some way. And you hear her look towards the hallway that leads to the downstairs as she yells, "Number 2!" Shortly thereafter,
Ordering you a number 2, that's all.
Ah, yes, I am. Reading
Shortly
somebody's
there
play.
afterwards, another priestess who is dressed in similar but much less fancy garb and only with one ponytail, shows up along with a very armored guard. This dude is wearing armor that is similar to yours if it was full plate mail. And he has a big war axe.
Oh, okay.
It is large sized. Like, it is almost as big as him.
I'm not scared.
Oh, well. And so you see this other girl who, again, looks similar to the what you assume to be the high priestess. And she goes, "Oh my gosh, is it real? Is the prophecy true?" To which the other replies, "Well, we have to wait and see. But for now, this is going to be your charge. If you're going to become a full priestess of the Church of Miku, you have to make sure that this one is indeed the one. Oh, and as for you," and she turns to the much larger man, "test
Big
this
man.
one, please."
Oh,
To
okay.
which he says,
Blech.
and he kind of walks up, he pats you on the shoulder, and grabs you, and starts to drag you.
Oh, okay.
And he drags you down the stairs. These are some long stairs too, so you know, like, and he drags you into the main sanctuary, which you can see is not huge, but it is a big and similarly formal building. A statuette of the resembling the high priestess is in the very center. Her twin tails are water fountains
Yo, that
go all the way
poggers.
down, and in front of the main like communion pool is a book which appears to be a holy book. It doesn't really take you long to recognize it. It's definitely a Daojin, but they have it preserved
My
as a
God.
holy book. You recognize it. You don't imagine anybody else does.
Okay, so I'm immediately flipping through this thing.
Well, no. Currently, you're being dragged.
Oh, okay.
You can attempt to resist, but you know, it's like encased in glass and stuff.
Yeah, no, I don't want to break anything.
All right, so he drags you outside, and you are on the far edge of town. In fact, from the outside, this place looks kind of like a rundown shack. You imagine it's some kind of illusion. Well, anyway, so he throws you on the ground, and okay. Wow, can't believe that. Oh, wait.
All right, launch.
All right, does a 15 hit you?
No, it does not.
All right, so he slams his huge axe right next to you, and you can feel the ground shake as a spell goes off when the axe hits the ground.
Okay.
What do you do in return?
Oh, okay. So I get up and I immediately prepare. Since I have my fists, I'm going to prepare. Crap. What is it called? I'm doing the
By the way,
character.
did a
manager.
15 not hit you when you weren't wearing your armor?
I'm currently in the character romancer.
Oh, right. So since you wear chainmail, that means that you have 16 AC. Otherwise, it's 10 plus your dexterity, which I don't believe your dex is very good.
No, it's not.
Pretty sure a 15 does hit you.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, I would imagine it does. Inflict wounds, that's a spell. Apply changes. Tough feet. That's the one I always go for.
All right. So he deals 18 slashing damage and 3 thunder damage.
Ow. That's total of 21.
Yeah, it's a lot of damage.
Okay, so that's minus a 10 temporary. And then minus 11. 27. Oh wow, back to the exact number of hit points I had last level. Yeah, okay. Spells. I did not. No, I did have a long rest. I was about to say I did not have a long rest. I only have. Okay, level 2 inflict wounds. Let's go.
All right, what do you do?
I immediately slap him with level 2 inflict wounds.
All right, roll your spell attack, please. Actually, isn't a save? Oh, 15. Does not hit.
Does not hit.
Nope.
Okay.
All right. Well, on his turn.
Bonus. I can rage on my bonus ability, right?
Yeah, but you already raged. How many times can you do that per day?
2.
2. Okay, very well. Yeah, you can enter a rage.
I enter a rage.
All right. Then he goes to slap you again. Oh, wow, and misses. All right.
Wow.
Go ahead.
My level, yeah, so it wouldn't help much. Does my Scourge Azamar ability take action or bonus
It is
action?
an action.
It is an action. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go inflict wounds again.
All right. That hits.
Ah, yes.
So then you
Level
click
2.
on the name.
Hello.
That's a lot of damage.
Haha.
All right. So you hit him pretty damn hard. And then he stops for a moment. And he says, I see. And then he comes at you again.
Okay.
Okay. I know that this hits you even if you had your armor.
Ow.
So, as he brings down his axe, you realize that this guy's a paladin. Because he's divine smiting. And you feel your own power. You lose a 2nd level spell slot as he literally takes it from you to smite you with.
Ow.
Oh yeah. Imagine being a deity and having followers. You have to give them power. All right.
Damn, bro, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's nuts.
Could we just say no? You are not allowed to smite me.
Well,
Well, you see, that's a daily occurrence. You pray during the day. I can't just suddenly take it back.
all right. So 11 slashing, 4 thunder, and 9 radiant. Which you are resistant to the slashing because of rage. You take the full thunder, and I believe as an Azamar, you are resistant to radiant damage. So that would be 5 and 4.
Okay, so 9.
5, 4, and 4.
9 plus 4 is 13, so 14.
Are you still up?
Yeah, I'm still up.
All right. Go for it.
Okay, cool. Sure, let's go. Huh. I don't know if I want to inflict wounds again or if I want to radiant. But the radiant won't do much damage because it's half my level.
Yeah.
Half my level plus 1, so it'd only do 3 damage a tick.
Yep.
Oh, sure, let's go for inflict wounds again.
All right.
Level
All right. Go for it.
1, because I don't have any level 2s left.
Yeah, crazy, right? Oh my god. That is an obnoxious amount of damage. It's almost 40 damage. Actually, it is 40 damage. All right. This guy is knocked straight the hell out. Immediately, the single ponytailed priestess comes out and kind of stabilizes him with a spell. And takes off his helmet, and he is revealed to be a silver dragonborn.
Wow.
Unlike the other dragonborn that you have met that are like worm speakers or whatever, this one is a naturally occurring dragonborn. But you can very clearly see that he has a number of scars on him and like burns and stuff. And you can get the idea that maybe everyone else doesn't really know the difference between dragonborn. But he is unconscious. And we will call the session there.
Oh, okay. So she tends to his wounds and stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I was about to say,
No,
I'd bring
she
him up
actually
with
kills
my
him.
uncure
She
wounds.
just fucking kills
She just kills him. No, I was about to say, I'll bring him up myself.
Nah. All right. So, Mr. Psychic, how did you enjoy the session?
It was quite nice. I think I was very nervous about all the goings on. I wasn't sure exactly where it was going. And I was really hoping that it would turn out okay and that we didn't continue to make mashed potato out of the campaign. But it appears that everything is back on track, at least.
Yeah.
So I kind of liked it. I liked the Kobold Riot. I liked that it worked. I'm glad that something went in our favor because as we were moving through that cave, it was starting to not go in our favor in some ways.
Well, the great part about really dumb creatures is no matter how stupid
The plan is.
yeah, I mean it's bound to work basically by sheer volume of number. It basically to spoil a little bit here, not to undermine your successes, but any plan that involved the kobolds was basically guaranteed to work because there are too many of them. There are just too many of them. Kobolds are one of the unique creatures across D&D that no matter how strong the player characters are, any sufficient size of kobolds can take you down. They just can. The only thing that prevents them from being the strongest monsters in D&D is that they're stupid.
Love that.
Right. But if you were to like modernize their equipment and then teach them actual tactics, they would be an actual terror. The ability to just get advantage on all attacks as long as one of them is nearby is unbelievably good.
So they're basically all rogues.
Not quite. They're commoners with the ability to just get advantage. Is basically what they are.
I see.
Because they don't
Scary.
they don't deal any special amount of damage. There's just too many of them. You know, there's
Right, and they're all attacking and they're throwing
Right.
rocks and shit.
and so if you teach them to focus fire and do stuff like that, they will absolutely wreck 20th level PCs because they're small enough to squeeze into spaces that most players can't reach in. They have a pretty decent stealth skill. I mean, they're kind of like rogues. They just don't have sneak attack, and they just get auto advantage all the time. Yeah, it's nasty. Kobolds are so screwed up, man. So I mean, I wanted you guys to use the kobolds because it's a big deal for having the mask. It's like the main benefit. But also because it's just funny to see kobolds like, you know, screaming everywhere.
Right. They were screeching, and that was really fun, and I liked it. Yeah. It was just fun to play D&D. I quite liked it.
Well, good. Very good, very good. I'm always dubious about splitting the party, but I like I said, I never want a player's choices to feel like it doesn't mean anything. I mean, I feel like I could have just told Weeb, all right, we'll deal with you at some other point, but that feels kind of like a cop-out.
Yeah, I also think maybe sometimes you do prompt choices that make it hard for you, and I feel bad for you because it's like your job becomes harder when you provide options to the player that maybe you shouldn't, and then you're like, oh well, now I have to follow this to the conclusion.
Well, I mean, the other side of that is, honestly, the thing that bothers me a lot about traditional D&D games is that DMs typically assume NPCs are stupid, or they will only give options that don't make sense to the PCs, right? So like obvious bad guys would never like, you know, bargain with you in such a way to be like, I'll give you unlimited power, but who cares about that? See, but dragons are super duper smart, and also most enemies and people in general are smart enough to know that if they want to negotiate with you, they have to give you something you actually want.
Right.
And obviously there had
and
to
not
be...
seem like a scam.
Right. And so in the case of Lenathan, he clearly knows who most of you are. And
he didn't know something about me, which he learned later.
He sure did. And I'm glad you found the intended use of that item. I didn't want to spoil it in its description.
I found out that I have imposters, and I don't know if I want to feel like glorified or if I should feel offended.
Well, let me tell you that I had a lot of trouble writing your character side quest because I was like, well, what is something compelling to Weeb as a player and make sense for his character? And so I came up with the Church of Miku, and so we went
that
from there.
That is so goddamn poggers. I can't even express it.
Oh man!
Like the entire time we were doing that, including in the fight and stuff, I'm like, oh man, this is so goddamn awesome.
Yeah, I wanted to be sure that your followers were a group of people who definitely are like you in ways that maybe isn't so good. Namely, they're pretty mean. I mean, the maids are very, very nice for reasons that you might find out later, and whether or not you're still pogging is up to you. Their holy book is the dungeon, and so any information they have on you is something that is taken super far out of context, because obviously they can't read the holy book.
But if I ever got my hands on it, yeah, I'd be able to.
And man,
I know what it was. I know.
Right, you know what it is, but they don't. And so they look at the pictures and they're like, well, this must be the way.
That's
it.
So the Church of Miku came to me.
Yeah, and so that's it. You have clerics and paladins that follow you. They follow your divine ordinance, and usually that involves just killing stuff.
And then I got hit, and I was like, oh, Oh
yeah,
damn!
that paladin is a pretty big beefy boy. But I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'm very, very excited for everyone's. I see that Wim is still listening, and his is the next hardest to do.
Mine was pretty easy.
Well, yours
that's
hasn't
good.
happened yet. I know specifically what happened. I don't have to plan for yours because I know what it is.
Right. We've got some classic things ready for all of you. I can't wait to show you what we've got prepared.
Well, I think you yourself will be quite shocked and appalled at the truth of what's happening around you. I'm very, very excited.
I
Ooh,
listen.
I
Listen,
think of
I'm excited.
everybody's, I'm most excited for yours.
Mine's fun. Mine's exciting.
It's
I know that
fun.
much.
It's fun because of how you play your character. Because much like with Weeb and his followers, there are people around you who affect you and are affected by you, which means basically the creepier and weirder you are, the more clues I get on how these other individuals probably are. Which you've given me more than enough opportunities to really, really get something going.
I just need to perfect my witch laugh. I think that's what I'm gonna do at 2 a.m.
Okay, real shit. So far of the PCs, honestly, Crone's my favorite.
Crone
She's
is
the
pretty
best.
good. Wim is still my
I
favorite.
like Wim's. I think Wim is my favorite as well.
Wim is my favorite because he freaks out about the stupidest things.
He does.
Yeah.
He's like
It's-
way
it's-
overthinks everything.
It's just funny to me. It
It's
you know,
funny.
for all the headaches that I cause myself, nothing gives me that sadistic comfort like player characters being in a troublesome situation.
And I love that he's in this situation while also being one of the most neurotic
oh yes.
about
Oh,
falling
yes.
into bad situations.
It's,
And he just it's like it's karmic.
it really is. I mean,
It's
again,
ironic.
like, you know, for every time I do something to myself where I'm just like, oh god, now I have to do this, or oh Jesus, I got to give this artifact, this super powerful object to a player character. Oh god, they're only level 4. But then Wim is like, oh no, what do I do? I'm just like, this is my inner peace.
Inner peace.
Nothing makes me feel like you guys are invested when you legitimately have trouble figuring out what to do. Like when you were arguing about how to deal with the eggs, that's the good stuff. If I was like you know, one of those Harry Potter, what are they, like Dream Eaters or whatever, that man, I would be super swole right then, and all of you would be dead because that's what
Would have
empowers me.
sucked.
Because that's the stuff that tells me I need to make more of these. Dementors. Okay, yeah.
Good man.
Because the more invested you are in the plot, the more interesting I have to make it. So if you really feel bad for me, just do what anybody would do. Don't bother role-playing your character. But that's no fun, is it?
You're feeding off of my role play.
All right, well, we are 8
See,
minutes
the
over
thing
stream.
about role playing king is king is I and I am king. We are one.
Yeah, that was one of the reasons that I went with a character that very much wasn't like me, so that I could kind of get into a different character. And I think it's good to have someone who's like adjacent to your personality, which is why me and Crone vibe so much, because I'm creepy and weird in real life.
I think
But
you're just taller.
See, I'm
that's creepy and
as we
weird.
well know, I'm pretty stupid. So I just use my own personality. Therefore, I won't have to pretend I'm smarter than I actually am.
So I mean that's a pretty easy meme to laugh at, but the reality is that a lot of players run into an issue, and I myself have done this, where I've played a very intelligent character when I'm a little smooth brain, especially about a lot of different things. And so I constantly have to ask the GM, am I smart enough to come up with this, Or and they look at me like, I don't know, are you?
I don't know.
I have to be like, oh yeah, I'm like huge brain.
Well, that's why
Big brain.
that's why charisma-based characters are so nice, because you don't have to like necessarily come up with grand plans. You just have to be able
Well,
to
see,
like.
my favorite character, and the character that I'm always like, I've had GMs like purposely ask me to play a specific character. They're usually a warlock or some kind of summoner in Pathfinder, and they are heavily charisma based, and they have like a moderate intelligence and a pretty low wisdom, because the idea is that they exude confidence. They think they're real smart. And I thrive here, right? Because I make all these real intricate plans that sound like they're plausible. But the reality is that they're so complicated, and there's not a backup plan if anything goes wrong. It's basically just me talking so much that I just sound like I'm smart. And you know, everybody's like, oh, that's pretty good. But then actually intelligent people are like, well, why don't we just walk through the door? But what if it's trapped? But what if it isn't? Are you willing to take that chance? I mean, yeah.
That's women in a nutshell.
Oh my
But
god.
what if it's trapped?
Oh, it's true.
Well, the difference
It's
here
true.
is that Wim doesn't exude like an arrogant amount of confidence. He's just cautious.
It's just
Uh,
hella fucking cautious.
I think it would be considered neurotic.
I mean, sure. But I definitely feed off of those characters the most, especially because I play
Alright,
them myself.
So you defeated the dragons. The king gives you a giant feast. He puts a giant cake in front of you. But what if the cake's poison?
You know what's real funny about that is that, you know, being paranoid about stuff like that makes me think I should do this just once. Just so
Just to
so
validate.
everyone else in the party can feel like complete idiots, while the one character that like really went out of their way to be cautious is correct. And the amount of smug energy they get is so good, because they're just like, see, I told you so, you're all stupid because you
See-
don't listen to me.
You need to do that for like me, you, or Weeb, because me and Wim come up with all these plans and we're so cautious all the time. So you need to find that one situation where Weeb is like, I don't know about this.
Oh, don't worry. I already have them laid. By the way,
Oh my
Weeb, I don't know
goodness.
if you noticed, but you have an extra thing in your character sheet. If you don't notice, well, that kind of sucks, but it is there. I put it there. So make use of it if you can. Otherwise, it will make use of you. And with that, we are 12 minutes over time. So, in lieu of Wim, I'm going to have the two of you do the ending. So, se no otsukagero.
Otsukagero.
Kagerou.
Good enough.
Wow.
All right.
Oh, am I supposed to say it better?
I mean, you could if you wanted.
Oh, it's Kagerou.
There you go. I don't know about the lewd moan after. I don't know.
Listen, that was how I was feeling in the moment.
Oh.
Oh.